Picking up where we left off, the group made their way back to Crown Top, some going to Cassian's, others going back to the inn. While at the lively loot, Archeron and Drag had a strange midnight encounter with a bard named Calypso, who was seemingly attempting to move people with enchantment magic. The other group spoke to Cassian and ate some food before heading to bed. Everyone then met up in the morning and discussed a lot. Maeve told her secrets, and then the foundations of a plan were set. There was talk of the Fae, as well as some downtime before whatever comes next. Though, at the end of that discussion, everyone did level up. So, I would like to ask, what did everyone do on their level ups? And does anyone want to go first? If not, I'll go down the list. So it's going to be Matt.
Well, I just clicked level up.
There you go.
Yeah, but what spell did you take with your law?
It's not
Law?
a spell. It's not a spell.
Get like an extra.
Actually, yeah, it was.
You get your magical secrets.
Magical
two
secrets,
spells,
yeah.
And then I also, I'm thinking as well. I also got a cantrip.
Okay. What sort of things did you take?
Eat. Before we
The
forgot.
cantrip.
Mhm.
I can read, Pete. But the additional magical secret, I took Eldritch Blast,
Okay.
and then for the next bit, on my spells, I took Bless.
Okay.
Alright.
And I think that's it. I think I got one cantrip.
Yeah, you can choose to take
Yeah, it was
like
one
two
cantrip.
spells
and
of
one,
any level.
yeah, one cantrip and then one spell, and I took Bless. The other one.
Cool. Those are two very useful spells. Eldritch Blast, obviously one of the best cantrips.
Well, yeah,
And at
so
6th level, you can fire it twice.
I was thinking as well. I can actually. I'm not just a healing bot anymore.
Yeah. and Bless is a very good spell for keeping concentration, for attack rolls. It'll be very good. Next on the list is Drag. What did you get in your level up?
Yeah, I got another blood maledict.
Mm-hmm.
So I got, let's see, what's it called? I had binding, so now I got blood curse of the marked.
Okay, so it'll be the extra damage
Yeah,
on your right. That's cool.
and then
anything
I
else?
also got, what's it called?
The brand.
Castration something.
Castigation. It's not
Yeah.
castration.
Same thing.
Random castration.
Oh,
Fuck,
that's a
that'd be
different.
grim.
That's the Greek style.
I'm gonna call it that, by the way, from now on.
Oh no.
Oof. I think later on, later on when you level up more, the brand makes so you can't dash. So that kind of makes sense with the brand of castration.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's a really fun ability that you get.
Yeah, so I can track people now.
It's a free thing, and it's like a free tracking thing. As long as they're on the same plane. And extra psychic damage is great. Then next, what about you, Maeve? What did you take?
I decided to go for Vampiric Touch
Mm-hmm.
because
yeah.
I don't know.
Feels good. I guess.
Yeah,
Damage and healing.
Yeah, it's also kind of a gamble because obviously with Vampiric Touch, if I cast it and fail, then it's a waste of a spell slot. Very, very precious.
Just gotta make sure. Just gotta burn for those hero points.
Yeah. But if
you
I
go on.
succeed, then it's gonna be great.
It's good. You can just
doing
keep doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then remind me, at 6th you also get your subclass feature, don't you?
Do I?
Yeah, I think so. Warlock.
Oh yes, Grave Touched.
Mhm.
I don't need to eat, drink, or breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So
And there's some extra fun stuff with that.
So you're like awesome at deep throating now.
Oh, not necessarily. Gag
Listen.
reflex is totally different from breathing.
Oh yeah,
we're all
true.
thinking it. We was just brave enough to say it.
Yeah.
It also means that I can replace damage with necrotic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you do, it's a bit of like an extra thing when you have your
Form of
form of dread up, yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. Cool. And Sidon, we got.
I was gonna say just a question. Does that involve, say she got submerged underwater? They don't have to.
Yes, she wouldn't.
Yeah.
So if like there was an effect or something that means you'll start suffocating, Maeve would be fine.
Okay.
Like for instance, this is a good one. If you're in a cloud kill requires you to breathe to take damage. Maeve could hold her breath forever and it wouldn't matter. She just wouldn't be able to see, but she wouldn't take any of the damage from the spell.
So I cast Tasha's hideous laughter.
Well, no. It just means she doesn't get that thing where you start laughing after like ages.
Yeah.
So it's always an out breath.
Yes. And what about you, Simon? What did you get on your 6th level?
I got a mask.
Got a mask?
Yeah, I get Visage of the Astral
Oh.
Self. That's it. That's all I get.
Remind
I'm
people,
pretty
what does
sure.
that do? I think that is the only thing.
When I can activate it as a bonus action or
Mhm.
as part of the same bonus action as my Astral Arms for 1 key point. And it lets me see in magical and non-magical darkness up to 120 feet. And I have advantage on Wisdom, Insight, and Charisma Intimidation checks.
Ooh, that's cool.
I can also direct my words into a creature's head within 60 feet.
Okay.
Or,
Yeah, use like a message thing.
Or I can amplify my voice up to 600 feet, so people within 600 feet can
Jesus.
hear me. So I
Those
can
are loud
either
enough.
I can either shout really loud or whisper really quiet.
Well, you get that's annoying, but yeah.
Yeah.
You also get 2 other things at 6. You get your unarmored speed increases, and
sure.
you can punch ghosts.
Oh, wait, is that 6? I thought that was
Yeah.
7.
So, key and power
Oh,
strike.
Key and Power Strike. Oh, awesome.
Yeah, you can
Sick.
punch ghosts. And
There's a bunch of-
yeah, you can punch ghosts, and you no longer. I can say, haha, fuck you now. You can just, it's
Yeah.
annoying. And good timing, James.
Sorry about
It's fine.
that. Was the most frustrating thing
that
that's ever
sounds
happened to me.
frustrating. No one has any context. That's great. And we won't give it to them.
No.
So
Can
James,
imagine
yeah.
why
what
I'm
did
covered
you-
in beef satay.
Oh Jesus! Let your imagines run wild. I bet it wasn't that. What did Archeron do on his 6th level up?
So Archeron, his main thing is spells. So he went and he thought very long and hard about the spells he was going to get, and he thought that counterspell is probably a fun thing to have. Very useful. He's got reaction cast for days at the moment. That's only going to get worse. And he also has picked up Tiny Hut because he wants to be able to sleep anywhere without having to worry about creepy hands touching him in the night. And so he has the ability now to make a little safe space for himself whenever he wants, including in combat, which is wild.
As an action, which is disgusting.
Yeah.
Because Tiny Hut's like this 10-foot like dome. So
Yep.
yeah.
So just run away from people and like, nope. And people
crazy.
can walk in and out of it. When I walk out of it, it dispels. But it's like whoever's in the radius when I cast it is basically like
I don't know if
domed. I'll have to reread the spell, but it's like,
I know
it's pretty
in
good.
you can't if you're on the outside if you're not allowed. But I don't know about out. I don't know.
I know it's when I walk out of it. It's
Yes,
dispelled.
when you walk out of it, it dispels. But I'm not sure if you can run forward and trap a creature. They're not
Oh,
stuck
no,
in
they
with
can
you.
leave it whenever they want. And people inside can
Yeah.
leave it whenever
Well,
they
I
want.
know, but like if you don't designate them, because obviously like you can designate.
It's
them
not
to go in and
meant
out.
to be done like that.
I know.
So
Yeah.
creatures and objects within the dome when you cast a spell can move through it freely, and all other creatures and objects are barred from passing through.
Okay. Cool. Right. So you've all had your level ups, and we're picking up pretty much exactly where we left off. Maeve had a big moment. Cassian's. You all started talking about the Feywilds. You got that book along with the map of the Fey. You were trying to decide what the plan next was. And I will ask, what is the plan for today? It's about 1:30, 2 p.m. So it's still got the day ahead of you.
But I have a few things. I say few. I have several things that I would like.
You have a 12-point program.
I have a 12-point plan to success, and it starts with an unfortunately few actually, which I decided it wasn't actually on the list.
Oh, fuck you.
But it's adjacent to something on the list. So Gregory the barkeep has got like a really bad track record of employing.
Well, I will say one thing. Obviously, everyone's still at the thing. I know Pete wanted to do something, and Archon needs to be there for that. And just say while everyone's there,
This is Cassian's place.
yes, because obviously
Yeah,
we ended at Cassian's.
Okay.
So just.
Okay. If you want to do him
Yeah.
first, then, because the things I want to do
Yeah.
elsewhere.
It's fine.
Update token.
I need to log on to Roll20. Sorry. Fuck's sake.
Archeron,
Yes.
I need to ask a favour.
I don't mind prestidigitating the smell. You know that.
No. I bathe every day while I've been sleeping here.
I think you're on about the key.
I think it's the clothes. Yes.
Well, actually, interesting you should say that. It is about the key. So, while we were traveling, something happened. I had a dream, and then some abyssal script appeared on my belt.
Is Maeve in the room for this? Because on the map she isn't. I'm just wondering.
No, she's on the
I think she's having a nap at the minute, isn't
Yeah,
she?
I'm
she
just
went for
wondering.
a
Oh yeah,
power
she's,
nap.
yeah.
Should be like
Power
20
nap.
minutes. Don't worry about it.
No, I know, but yeah, sorry. Go on.
Power sleep. Yeah. Okay.
Outwards.
So that's an unusual thing to happen. So you just
Yeah.
had a normal dream and you just woke up with the best.
Oh, it wasn't a normal dream. I was asked to.
Is it a sexy dream?
No.
Could have been.
Could have been.
Depends on what side and sees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
don't
was,
want to know.
It was like a weird wolf monster came to me and asked me to find a woman.
Okay.
The wolf told you
That's
to get some
beside the-
bitches.
Yeah, that's beside the point. The issue is that it's as Slab pointed out, it's written in abyssal script and
Mhm.
I can't read it. I was wondering if you.
Oh, of course, yeah. I don't want to ask. Can you take the belt off rather than me squat?
Maybe.
Flop it out on the table.
Oh, jeez.
That's
No one
actually an
wants
interesting
that.
question. I'm not trying. Well, I take the belt off.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
can
take the
remove
belt off.
the belt. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me, because I may well have pressed long rest. I don't know. I know I leveled up. We didn't do anything today, did we?
No.
No, we haven't done anything
Yeah.
today. Okay, that's cool. First of all, I am going to cast. I'm going to while Siden's telling me in a little bit more detail about his dream. I'm going to cast Identify on the what's it we call it?
Okay.
First of all, on the belt.
Yeah.
See if it's
So
magical stuff.
what I'll say is I'll give you the item in a second, James. But so as you sort of sign, you're mentioning the dream and you put the belt on the table. You can take the belt off fine, but like when Archeron goes to cast magic around it, you're like, ooh, that feels a bit weird. Like you almost like don't want him to. You don't physically move to stop him, but it's just like
Yeah.
it feels a bit weird. James, it acts as this.
Let's have a look. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I've got like a fucking million things I need to open. Okay. Oh, okay.
It acts as that.
Okay. Oh, and you say you woke up with it. Okay. So now I've got that. I'm going to cast comprehend languages as well, so I can read the writing on it. But okay. Yeah. So when you woke up, did you? Can I tell if he's attuned to that with identify?
I don't think so.
Okay. Damn. Okay.
I will tell you, I did get powers from it. I was
Oh,
able to
okay.
start
So you
seeing
have
in the
attuned
dark.
to it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can see it in
interesting.
the dark. Which is a new thing for you.
Okay,
I mean-
now I really want to know what it says.
So yes, comprehend languages. I'm going to cast that as a spell because fuck it, I've got loads
Yeah.
of first level spells.
So with your comprehend languages, it's not like it is abyssal text, but it's not like words. If that makes sense.
It's like an abyssal, like sort code.
No, it's a barcode. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
No.
devil's
So
bank account.
demon. So it's not like a sentence or a word. It's just more like it's abyssal script for.
So it's like a
things.
tiny URL.
No, it's abyssal script.
QR code.
It's like script. It's like the abyssal rune for power, for chaos, for darkness, for renewal, for things like that.
Okay, so what you see from the outside, like when Archon cast Identify, his eyes were like a little bit wide, like, oh, this is not what I expected to see here. When he has cast Comprehend Languages and is actively reading it, his eyes are like wide and he's looking up at the so just back to that dream.
Yeah.
Could you just take us through it, if you don't mind? I'm not one of those people who put a lot of faith, stock in dream, like reading all the time, but
Okay, well, so I was in a nice bright field, and then it went into a dark place, like a void space, and it was like 2 doors, and one was like a bright door, and one was like a shadow door, and well, dream started in the bright place, so I just thought maybe I should give the shadow place a little bit of a go, and
wait, whoa. Do you have a choice?
Yes, I had a choice.
Okay. And whilst you are free to make the choices you choose, and I respect your ability to choose to the hilt and would fight for the death. It seems you perhaps chose poorly.
Well, so I chose it because I thought it. I'm trying to find like a balance between 2 sides of me, and well, I had some stuff with this other vision woman, so I thought I'd broaden out and try another avenue and try and bring multiple aspects together.
Right, and just it mentioned about finding a woman. I know I'm asking a lot, so I'm just care to elaborate on that at all?
Well, he gave me a description of a woman, like a elvish woman with multicolored eyes. She was a bit pale, brown hair, and he basically told me, Pyra, find her, and so I was I that's all I got. I don't know who the woman is or anything else.
But she's from Pyra.
Well, she could be from Pyra, or Pyra could be her name.
Well, there's a place called Pyra that
there is a
Jack and I
place
passed
called
through on the way
Pyra.
here. Yes.
Yeah,
Or is she currently
but it
in Pyra?
could. That's
the
the
exact description was a pale-skinned woman with sort of dark black purple hair, 1 blue eye, 1 hazel eye, and the exact wording was Pyra, capture her. From what Simon says, Pyra, capture her. The rest of it, obviously, he hasn't said yet. So.
Okay.
So what will happen if you don't do this?
Well, that's the thing. I have no idea. I don't know if there's a time. I don't know if there's a time frame on it, or.
Well, okay. So
Worried about
maybe
going
this is
fake.
one to have a little bit of a word with Maeve about when she's maybe after she's had some lunch. Let her, have a nap, have a bite to eat. Make sure she's in a good mood. And ask her about if she has any. Well, so you understand about that she is a warlock, correct? Just mentioned that earlier today.
Yes, I kind of get that.
Mm-hmm. Usually there is some kind of deal or agreement. Obviously, she hasn't gone into super amount of detail, and her situation seems to be a little bit different. But usually, you find a patron of great power. You agree that they will give you some power in return for a service or presence or something. You make a pact and agreement with them. This is a demonic, fiendish, abyssal item. I would think that this power has been given to you in the expectation that you are going to find this woman. Though I don't know about timescales. Perhaps. Do you have any more of the lucid potions from Master Orion?
Well, that was what I was actually going to ask. Like, take the last one, and
The only I think there's only one left, and I think Drac is the
Drac
person who
has it?
should have it.
Yeah, I've got one in my character
I
sheet, but I
gave it
know it's
to.
not.
I gave
probably there.
both.
I know you gave
Maeve.
both to Maeve, but I think
Because she wanted to, so I was like, yeah, sure.
No, I only had one.
Yeah.
I know Maeve only
Maybe
had one.
left.
I'll say for the sake of ease, Artron has it on his person.
Okay, okay, I've just removed it. Yeah, I will take it out and I'll hand it to Simon. So I was, excuse me, I was going to see Master Ryan today anyway. Actually, after this, I was going to pop in to see him because I was going to drop him off the exploding flower. But yes, that's the plan anyway. So maybe you could come. He knows more about dreams than I do. Perhaps it'd be worth
That
talking
is
to him about
true. But my question is, if I drank this, could I form the dream to help me get back to that place, or would it just be like a good dream that we had before?
I didn't have a good dream before. I don't know, son. Perhaps Master Orion could give us some indication of how we could perhaps aim the dream. I don't know if that's a wording.
Would you say like design the dream?
Well, you know, there's just something that lucid dreaming. You know, lucid dream. You go into it and you hold an idea in your head. You realise you're asleep when you have it. It allows you to point the dream. However, from this, I would say perhaps you. It seems to me you weren't actually in a dream. You would maybe your astral form had projected you into the realm, the ethereal realm between. I don't say good and evil, light and dark, perhaps heaven and heck. I don't know.
Celestium in the house.
Yes, they're the words. Yes, the hecking bad place.
Well, it would be the house. Whatever it's a demon, it'd be the abyss.
Yeah, it's a demon. So yes, this is. Sorry, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat today. Yes, well, the item, the belt itself, has granted you some protection, some ability to see in the dark, which is wonderful. This is also.
I found another ability that it has. It lets me stealth better.
Yes. It would also allow you to become, if you are attacked, you could become insubstantial for a moment and nope off some of the damage.
Ooh, cool.
Yes, you're going to do that one today. But yes, I haven't seen anything quite like this before. But what my spell tells me.
Cool. Back on.
You feel significantly more comfortable when you put it back on.
Me too. Yes. So I would, if you don't mind me being so bold, I would say perhaps, given the choice again, head to the light. I don't know what the outcome would be, but if I would say to you right now that Sidon, I forbid you from going to Pyria. You're going to come with me to the Forest of Polarity to the north, which is far, far away. Kicking and screaming, you're never going to be able to get to Pyro. How does that make you feel?
Well, I did suggest
worried.
to him. I was going to say I did suggest to him to go to a pilgrimage site last night because he told me about it.
Yeah.
And there was no visible discomfort in his voice.
Yeah, so you don't feel indifferent after it's mentioned.
Okay.
You're like, oh, probably wouldn't be nice to be dragged kicking and screaming, but other than that, it's like,
yeah.
yeah.
No, that's fair.
I would be a bit more wary just in case there was a time limit and if I'm on the other side of the world. Then
How long will it take us to get to Pyra? Like,
It's not
I know we walked
actually
past
that
it.
far, I'll tell you. You're in Crown Top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just over a week.
Okay. So I know. I assume that when Jack and I we passed it, we didn't stay there.
I
for a long
mean,
period of time.
you probably stay there for at
Maybe a
least a
night.
day, yeah, or
Yeah.
a night, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, on the way to Pyra, at the edge of the desert, there is the sort of what's it called? It's the town of Ulgard, which is sort of the I'm trying to find it in my notes. Hold on, I'm like trying to speak while trying to find it. It's like it was once a military outpost, but now it's sort of turned into like a military town, large barracks, where a lot of soldiers from in Ithral are trained. as well as sort of now it's still also a place where it guards from the desert just in case, even though there's not like there's not any conflict between
Like
them.
an active threat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's usually families of soldiers and soldiers.
I think
things
I remember
that.
these are like the French Legion, aren't they? They just kind of like are just there. I
Yeah,
vaguely remember this from before. I think these guys turned up in the pub quiz. Okay.
possibly.
Well, then, do you know what this lady looks like?
Yeah. Just don't know anything about her. I did give you the description of what I saw.
Yes.
I don't think I recognise her, but I wasn't in Paris for very
Actually,
long. I can roll a history, but I've got a very high history.
actually, maybe it's not in the room. I'd say Archer, you can roll me a history. It's a very high, like, you know, very high.
I got quite high
And
to
Drac
I'll say
can
she
roll one as well.
comes back in at this point. if that
14.
helps.
Yes, I wouldn't have thought that. I think Archeron walks around a lot of the time with his head in the clouds.
Yeah. So yeah, we're saying that if Maeve walks back in around this moment and here's the description, Maeve, you can also make a history check. Yeah.
We're trying to find Sidon's dream lady.
A weird girl, surely.
Yeah, and I'm guessing I don't get advantage on this one.
No, you get Fae Fiend's undead.
Well, it's a fiend, isn't it?
Well, you don't get it for this. This is not a. This is,
The
Yeah,
woman's
'cause
not
this
the
is
the woman's not a fiend.
A woman, normal.
As far as we know.
As far as you know.
They'll explain everything to Maeve as well. I'll have to go through the dream again.
Yes,
Well,
maybe you get all the
It's a
information that was
catch-up.
just told in the room. And with us, the highest being 17, I don't think anyone would get it unless someone wants to spend a hero point.
Nah.
No, I'm alright for that, thank you.
Not worth.
I'm saving it to rename the next monster something stupid.
The only time you use them.
But yes, all the information is known to everyone. I don't remember if you were saying anything, but yeah. What are you guys doing?
So, Sidon, what would happen if you take off the belt? Do you immediately like lose your dark vision and stuff like that?
I mean, it's
We could
pretty
put him in the
bright
cupboard
here.
and find out.
Well, it's difficult to tell now since he always has dark vision. Oh no, it's just with
No,
your
that's
thing,
only when
isn't
it's
it?
active.
That's true.
It's only when it's active.
You're right.
So, I mean, we could try. I didn't notice dark vision me, but I mean, it's bright in here, so.
Usually, when you are connected to an item, like it latches onto your animus, your soul, your spirit, whatever you want to call it. And even if the object is not physically within your grasp, you can often benefit from the gift. I would assume that this is still the case, but I don't know for sure. There's only one way to find out, but it's not a item I would spend an awful lot of time investigating if you get my drift.
Yeah, I was
I
just
wouldn't want
thinking
to
that.
pull too hard at the thread.
Yeah, I was just thinking if it makes you stealthier, we can like pass it around if you need to be stealthy. You know.
I mean, I love it though.
Yes, I
Not gonna lie,
wouldn't
if it's
particularly.
a
It doesn't go with anything I have.
I'm not gonna lie, if it's attuned to some chaotic entity, I don't want to wear it.
Well, I don't
It's not as much
suggest
chaotic.
we
it's-
will attune to it. That's just not
I'm
okay.
merely
Well, it-
concerned that it smells like the rest of the key.
Well, it's
He's
just to
fine.
be clear as well. It's a demon, a demonic. Chaotic could be almost the right word. So, I give a brief overview of my understanding of the
you wanna
nine
give a
hells and the
brief-
abyss.
Do you want to give
Yeah,
a brief
if it's the same as a normal one. So, the nine hells, there are devils, which I assume are similar to the Crimson Mistress we saw, where they are intelligent and articulate, and they vie for power, making deals and arrangements, and and as a subterfuge, and they fight amongst themselves. The abyss, the other side of it, is not structured. It's a free for all of just blood, carnage, and forever fighting. If they were all to unite as one, they could do untold damage. But the demonic ones are purely in it for the carnage and the power, whereas the devils are more in it, well, I suppose still for the power, but power over others, if you see what I mean.
And since this is abyssal, it's clearly demons we're dealing with, not devil.
I would say yes, based on my understandings. You have to understand it's not an area of magic I'm overly familiar with. It's something I haven't come across much before, but perhaps a cleric could be able to give a better understanding, or a paladin perhaps.
Well, that might explain
Maybe
why
now.
That might explain why those pilgrims we saw were interested.
Oh, of
yeah.
course, yes.
Now that you say that, yeah, that makes sense.
They said something had latched on.
So it wasn't last night. It was the night before.
It was the night after we had the fight.
Yes, it was about
so like a week
3 or
ago.
4 nights ago. Or
Okay.
I think
No,
4.
it was the night before last, because last night we stayed at Crown Top, and the night before we were still out.
I think it was.
No, I think it was the night before
It
that.
was-
'cause
it was
I
night
had
before
to-
we-
It was the
I'm trying to
first
find it.
night. It was the first.
It was the
first
night.
long
It was
rest we
definitely
had.
before.
It was
that we saw
the
dragon.
first night after you had the fight.
Was
So-
it the
That was
night
the
where
dragon
I?
night.
No,
No,
it's not.
no.
No, that was the one that last.
Flip it.
Archer was after me.
Yes.
So it's not the one where Slab was a perfect one.
Well, that didn't exist, so. Yeah, so I believe it was 3 nights ago. Or 4. It's one of the two. I think it's
I don't
4.
think the exact date is particularly relevant there. It's recently after.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You kind of made your bed now, so you have to decide what's more important to you, whether it's the power and your own well-being, because the demon has given you something here, ostensibly to keep and to use, and it's whether or not you want to follow the path. It could well be that this woman in Pyra is a rival demon that they want to overthrow or want revenge on, or something completely outside of our sphere of influence and won't have any ramifications. But generally, as we've seen, when those of the outer planes interfere with ours, there are ripples. So yes, just something to think about. As I said, next time perhaps turn left.
Left was the bad one.
I was about to say.
Right. So I wasn't there. Well, see, I was watching from the other side, so it was my left.
Isn't it what you mean?
The other left.
Yeah. The other left.
Wait, wouldn't that still be?
That's
You
just the
know
one
the
area.
hand that you say good day with.
Yeah.
What happens if I don't go through with it? What are demons likely to do if I break a deal with them?
Could I make a religion check to find?
Yeah.
I mean, I can. James can take a punt. I know what eyes.
Make a religion or arcana check.
Can I do that too?
23, baby.
And I get
11.
11.
I would do that too, but Slab wouldn't know.
I mean, you would have advantage, Drac.
Oh,
It's Fae. Oh, sorry, it's Fiend.
let's see. 22.
Oh,
Natural
wow.
20.
Okay. Okay. If you were to break it, I mean, it depends on. If you're thinking it's from the nature of a pact, it depends on the creature. Obviously, it's a demon, or it's assumed to be a demon. And I think it's a very obviously high check to figure this out, because pacts with demons and devils are not common. Fae are more common because they're less fucking. I'm gonna take over the world. They're more just weird. But with a demon or a fiend in general, if you break a pact, it's probably nothing good and it'll probably hurt a bit.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
at the
nothing
very
good
least,
will come out of breaking a pact. That's...
Yeah. At the very least, if you're using the power, I would expect that power to be rescinded and a toll enacted for the power you had used. But since you seems to have actively made a choice to walk the path, I mean, obviously, stick with us, baby. We'll try to protect you, but it may well be worth at some point if we are headed back that way to give that lady's door a little.
Yeah. Oh, please be evil, please be evil, please be evil. Do not make me feel guilty about this.
What was the instruction mean? Sorry, was it to kill her or to kidnap her or to what?
Capture her.
Capture her.
Yeah.
For what intent?
No murder. Well, he didn't specify. It didn't specify. I don't know.
And it didn't give you like, do this and you will get this, or like, don't do it and like fucking kill you.
He didn't say that, but he did say that. I'm pretty sure he said there would be some reward. And
Said, do this task and be rewarded.
So he didn't say anything about time or what will happen if you don't.
no time scale was given.
Well, so there's no. Well, okay. So all I would ask is if you do feel a pressing need or some kind of feelings inside that aren't the normal feelings you have, and I don't know the normal feelings you have. So if you feel anything particularly unusual, let one of us know, because perhaps we could. I mean, you don't. I'm not. I'm not asking us to let us have a read of your diary, but if perhaps we walking down a corridor and you feel a sudden urge to run down and start setting fire to buildings, that kind of thing would just keep us ahead of that if you can.
I don't think that will happen, though.
Well, no, since it's a demon we're talking about.
It did tell me to embrace my anger, so.
What was did you get the demon's name?
No, I
You
didn't ask.
did not get the creature's name.
I didn't ask. I was more in awe of its sheer ginormous monster form it was.
I'm not gonna.
I remember you actually telling you it was like a wolf-like.
Yeah, with one big green eye. So.
Do you describe the creature to the group?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, like a wolf, like a giant wolf with a big singular green eye. It towered over me. It was massive.
Can I make a check to see like if we know what the demon's name is?
No.
Okay.
No, that's really high. Yeah. Steve.
I'm not even giving the option because one of you will use a hero point and try and get it. So no.
Okay. What about the type of demon? I suppose it can change shape. It's really hard to go off what.
Yeah, you don't know.
It seemed very smoky and bleaky. I kind of. It was kind of like my. Weirdly, it was kind of like my wolf, but on a much bigger scale, and with one eye.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Well, I think we've all learned something today.
Don't make pacts with demons.
Very good.
Never
Slash.
turn left.
Yeah. Well, the more you know, knowing is half the battle. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us? Smuggling weapons involved in human trafficking?
I don't smuggle weapons or human traffic.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. Hey, what a day. Well, as I say, I'm going to go speak to Master Orion to drop off this little flower, the vermilion flame tongue, to him, and have a chat with him.
You want me to come with you with the dream potion? Try to mold it?
I think that would be a good idea. If anyone else would like to come, bit of fresh air.
Yeah, I could come with you.
I think I'm going to have a proper nap.
Round 2!
In the short resting.
We were talking a bit too loud.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep because I heard you talking about doors and shadows and things, and I got curious. So.
Sorry.
Okay.
No, it's fine. But yes, say hello to Orion for me.
Okay. Yeah.
I may as well take along with you guys.
Well, he might have more potions for us to sup.
Lotions
So-
and potions.
Lotions
Well, yeah.
and potions.
I didn't try one last time.
Well, he also may give a reward for the. I'm hoping there's some kind of gold reward for the Silverman flame tongue because, whoo, I am so very poor today.
Well, at least you're not in debt anymore.
Hey,
No, my student debt is still there. It's just it's one of those things you just pay off very slowly. As long as
Yeah,
they don't have a
that's-
steady income, they can't
Yeah.
claim from it. Don't have
Yeah, yeah.
national insurance as an
Oh.
adventurer.
or earning over a certain amount.
Yeah.
I just
X
don't
amount of
declare
gold a
it.
month.
Yeah.
hey, Archer, if you want, I have 10 gold you could have.
It's fine. No, I'm not. No, it's
I don't
It's-
use money.
well, it's for my spells. You see, it's just a bottomless hole that it's like a bucket with a hole in it. Every time I get money, it's just going straight into the old. And he kind of taps his big blue spell book, which has got this like I've described it before. It's got this almost like upside down omega symbol with like a sun or an eye motif on it. Some lines coming off it, and then like a elvish script on the back of it. And this blue, kind of blue leather. He kind of pats it and goes, "Yes, but no, it's a full time, almost like being a parent." But no, let's go to Ryan, and then tomorrow, if anyone would like to come, and he gestures to Maeve and everyone, he goes, "Well, I was going to go and see Lord Celine and reveal the deception, but not perhaps the reason why I felt it necessary to turn up in, well, the full reason to turn up in costume, and see if he could tell us a little bit more about that fascinating orrery of his."
So what you gonna tell him that you were deceiving him?
Well, I was just going to say that Cassian had a personal, was going to come, but then had an urgent visitor, which is
Okay.
kind of true.
Yeah, true.
And otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to attend. He seemed a very reasonable chap. I don't think he will mind him. And I bought him these mints. So,
Oh yeah, you did.
yeah.
With like
So it's like a hero point.
loads,
for
yeah.
this.
So you all, or everyone bar Maeve, begins to head towards Orion's. We'll do Orion's first. It's better
Is
to do it
Slav
right.
Columbus as well?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
may as well tag along
oh.
with you guys.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. Sorry.
Okay. So the four of you walk through the streets of Crown Top and make your way to the Starlit Observatory. It is about, we'll call it like 1:30 by the time you get there. You can see the door is like slightly open, and you don't hear anything from inside, but that's because it's a tall tower. You guys can go
This
straight.
guy's a bat person, isn't he? Is it unreasonable to think he might be asleep in the day?
It's not unreasonable, but
What time did we visit him last time?
It was
I can't remember.
in the afternoon, wasn't it?
But
'Cause
like,
it was dark.
I mean, the door is open, so you can make any sense.
I'm going to give a loud knock.
Yeah.
So you were saying you can shout very loud. Can you call up?
I can only do that if I spend a key point.
I mean, I can
I
spend.
mean,
a
what
I
else are you
mean,
going to spend a few points on?
It's true, and I haven't used it before, so it could be fun.
I used 2 spells on you just this morning on your belt.
Yeah,
so-
no, you're right. So I just call up my visage on this, like.
Here's a question: do you bamf out the entire thing or just the visage?
Ah, just a visage.
Okay, and what does that look like?
So it's like you know, like the wolf masquerade mask I wore.
Yes, that's what I
Kind of
was
looks like, yeah, it kind of looks like that. Only a bit more like going up my head a bit more, connecting to the crown of my head before going up.
Obviously, you've never used this ability before.
Yep.
But it's pretty much exactly how you described, but almost in that same way as your belt. You see sort of framed around the edges of it. It's almost like wispy. I picture like wispy to the sides of it,
Yeah, yeah.
like sort of like that smoke sort of effect. You see that sort of. Anyone looking, probably you slightly, sees that sort of sickly green and dark energy sort of going around the sides, like almost like embers of a fire when it trails off, sort of going up.
You say slab.
Anyone would see this.
Oh, anyway.
but-
So I use the shout version.
Jesus. Okay.
That can make any. I amplify my voice so that all creatures within 600 feet can hear me.
Jesus Christ!
What do you shout? Sir?
Oi!
back. Orion, that's your name. Oi, Orion!
I think I might just leave, stand at the top of the stairs, and come back in 5 minutes.
Everyone, you see anyone in a, I guess, 600 feet radius, or like anyone you can see turns around. You see a lot of people are startled. You see a horse and just start running the opposite direction. But you hear, come on up, from Orion.
Jesus Christ.
Starting, I've got a bit deaf.
Yeah, your ears are rings like you've been flashbanged.
Yeah.
Sorry. This is the first time I've used that.
I was going to ask as well, is that mask hot? Because it's like...
Oh, it's
there's some flames coming off it.
No, it's pretty normal.
Okay.
It's comfy. I'm going to leave it on.
Is it still out, the mask?
as well?
Yeah, it stays for like 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Is it physical? So this is going to sound very forward, but may I touch it?
I guess. I assume it goes through.
Yeah, so as you reach your hand out, Archer, to touch the mask, yes, it goes through, but where your hand touches it, your hands goes almost deathly cold.
Oh, ooh. Oh, okay. No mechanical pain, I assume.
No,
Just
no.
okay. Whew, I wouldn't.
Like you've stepped into the frozen aisle.
Yes. I don't think. Perhaps the person here's a bad example. I wouldn't break that out for Dahlia, or anyone else. It's quite unpleasant.
Me and Dahlia are through completely. I don't think
yes, I know, but I
like that shit ended awkwardly.
Yeah, I
Slap
was
in
there.
the chest.
We all were there, I remember.
I've been
Well,
through
that's
some
before I did
things
it.
in my life, but that was one of the worst things I ever saw. I've just burnt a pile of bodies.
Yeah, I didn't want to mention it, but yeah, that was kind of rough to witness.
But yeah, so you will head up the stairs and see Orion sort of looking sort of like slightly jumpy. He was like, he's staring at something on the chalkboard, but it's like his eyes, he's like keeping an eye on the stairs because he knows you guys are about to come up. He's, hello.
Master Orion, apologies for the noise. It was
Can I just ask? Don't do that again. I have very large ears and it's very, very loud.
I don't think any of us expected it to be quite that loud.
I was asked to shout, so I shouted.
First time use.
First and I think
Yeah.
last time in the city, but thank you for seeing us, Master Orion. I come bearing a small gift, and I go rooting through my pockets to find the health potion bottle, which has the vermilion flame tongue in it.
He goes, oh my, thank you. Oh, this can be used for a lot. He like sort of like looks at it in the glass vial or in like the glass of jar. And it's like, still warm to touch. Good. Very.
Is it still hot? Because
It's still like warm. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
But obviously it's in the jar, so it's like probably cooler than it would be if it was out.
I'd recommend not using any spells on it.
Yes, I was just literally just about to say something. I'm quite a hands-on experimental. So, if you permit me, I'm gonna minor image a larger version of the plan and Iron Man zoom into certain areas of it.
Enhance.
Enhance. So zoom in. I was like, well, when I examined the one in the wilds, there was these runes on there. And you can plainly see. I'm not sure how familiar you are with the primordial. Is it primordial?
No, they were just evocation runes.
Evocation. I'm not pretty sure how familiar you are with the evocation rules, but if I'm teaching you to suck eggs, please let me know. But these are the evocation runes for fire, and as you see, they appear incomplete. So my thought was to add something to the end of the spell to perhaps be able to harness or empower the spell. However, it kind of just detonated in my face. So yes.
I won't be doing that.
Well, it's just like how we discovered gravity. It's very similar levels of intelligence.
Yeah, someone hit their head with an apple. Yes. This is marvelous. I was looking into it while you were all out. Not in a really what's the word? High-end capacity, but many people have noted that the flame tongue can be used for sort of a few different uses normally, but obviously there's an endless amount of possibilities that could be used. I think I could possibly turn it into like an alchemical fire, or using other things. So somebody could throw it in and then explosion, like what happened. Possibly with a bit more time and supplies, possibly fire resistance, like potion, which could help.
Interesting.
And then I don't personally think I could do this. Hold on. He sort of like looks around and sort of flies up and grabs a book from a shelf and flicks to a page. Here, it says that if, not in the same capacity where you blow it up, but if you say the right, what's the word? Verbal components, and you expend a negligible amount of arcana, you might be able to take its power somewhat briefly. It'd probably destroy the flower, but you'd be able to get a bit quicker and have a sort of a trail of a fire for a little bit without burning yourself too badly.
Oh, like a phoenix, I suppose.
Sort of, yes.
Well, that had been wonder why didn't that happen when I cast? Well, so maybe
I think you extended too much. Yes. Here it's similar to that of. He's like Paul is like he's trying to focus. He can't read what it says. You can read the spell Ashardalon Stride.
Okay.
It's essentially a version of that. Casting it once, similar to how the Tooth can let you cast Vampiric Touch once. You'd have to make an Arcana check. You cast it once.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, I will. I did. I mean, if we find ourselves back there, I may take more. Take slightly more supplies. I don't mind donating this to your research, Master. And you were so kind with your invites to the party and the lucid dream potion. By the way, our friend here in the wolf's mask will probably want to speak to you about that in a moment. One thing I did want to ask, Master, do you have any books on alchemy that I could?
I have a handful of basic ones. That I don't really need them. We can have them if you like.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. Yes.
Yes. Hold on. Just takes the book that he gave to you to read the spell, closes it and puts it back on a shelf. Flies up to another shelf. Where is it? There it is. Sort of grabs two sizable-ish books. Flies back down and hands them to you. It's basically like Alchemist for Dummies, 101. And then
you see a vein person Archer on set.
It's not actually, but it's essentially that.
Pictures, yeah.
And then it's got a book. It's got a list of components and things like that could be used for things like that.
Basic stuff.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Well, yeah, I could leave this flame tongue with you and see if I could collect another. Now I've been there, the Moorlands. Perhaps I may revisit again.
How was your trip? Anything interesting happen?
I certainly won't be forgetting it in a hurry. Yes, it was definitely a trip to remember. We found what we were after, which was good. We found a friend had gone missing, which was excellent, and we also found some people who'd gone missing.
Sounds like you did a splendid job.
Yes. But yeah, the main thing is we achieved what we set out to.
Great.
But I was just
it's no need to go into it.
I also believe I saw your dragon.
Oh,
yes, the gem dragon. We believe.
Gem dragon.
A gem dragon, yes.
What else can you tell me? When did you see it? Where was it? Where was it flying?
I think it was 2 nights ago. The night before last.
He's writing all this down.
What was it? It was 2 nights ago. Yeah, 2 nights ago, flying towards the city, or at least in the general direction.
I think it was 3.
2 or 3 nights ago, flying towards the city at high speed. I've also not been keeping a day tracker.
I have a day tracker, but I didn't have for that day.
Oh.
So, can't remember.
But yes, flying towards the city. I'm not quite sure where it came from, but I don't believe it was from the moorlands.
All right. Did you get a colour? You didn't.
I didn't know. No, I'm afraid not. It was very dark, you see.
And you're
I was
sure it's a gem dragon? Yes.
90% sure. 95% sure.
At first I wasn't.
Yeah, I'm confident. But it was dark. It was flying very quickly.
Yes, of
I was
course.
distracted. I mean,
Well-
our watchman didn't see it, and he's one of the best in the business.
Well, that is very, very good to know.
Slab stands there with a smile on his face.
Well, that is helpful. Very, very helpful. I have something not in the same vein, but last night it was a pretty remarkable astrological event. It can't be tracked, but last night there was a what was it? He looks to his chalkboard. It was a green lightning storm on the surface of Baradark. It was very interesting to watch.
Okay. And that last night was the night with the bard as well, wasn't it?
Yes.
On the face of Asterida.
Baradark,
Baradark. Okay, sorry.
the green one.
Yeah, green. Green.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and what is that portentous?
Well, no one's really sure. Obviously, people like myself usually study Dialisto, and Rheator can be interpreted, but Baradark is strange. It's known as the Chaotic Moon because its surface always has different variations on common things in Periphalon. You know, a lightning storm, but it's green. They've even been like ice storms, but red ice.
Kool-Aid.
Really, really
Really
interesting
odd stuff.
things.
But there was a few strange things that happened last night, but I don't know if they're related. Interesting. Well, thank you for letting us know. You mentioned about Rheator. I'm going to see Lord Celine tomorrow, hopefully, and just mention to him thank you for the party and ask him a little bit because Rheator was out in force on the night that the dragon flew past, and that was I was distracted by.
Were you at the party?
Well, I was there as Lord Cassian. I thought. Did you not know? So I thought you knew.
He was not
Oh,
aware.
apologies. No, yes.
I don't think he
I
was aware
think
of
we
that.
did.
I don't think he was.
I know I said bye to
wasn't.
him, but I don't know if he.
I don't think he
knew,
was.
didn't
No, I don't think he was.
I went as see, Lord Cassian had tummy troubles and couldn't attend, and without him being there, my friends couldn't attend, and so I zhuzhed up and went as him.
Interesting. Okay.
Let's not peel that onion too far. He's much better now.
Good. Is there anything you wanted me to do with this? And he holds up the flame tongue vial.
Well, go. I mean, if you just go crazy, if you, we're happy to be whatever the Periphalon equivalent of guinea pigs are.
Guinea pigs.
Guinea pigs.
Giant space hamsters.
Yes, giant space hamsters for your potions and lotions, because although my experience with the lucid dream was quite unpleasant, I think for others it's been good. But that actually segues. Sidon,
Hi.
yes, explain to the man.
I had a dream that things got weird, and I was wondering if I could drink one of those potions to have another dream, but control it somehow, and maybe try and get back to that place and find out more information.
He was when you sort of walked up, so I was saying something. He was sort of not bored, but he doesn't like you.
I know.
Well,
But
yeah,
sort of,
you
Go
got to
on.
remember, as he was leaving, he spun the.
yeah.
Yep.
Took him a number of hours to recalibrate it.
And then I
he's also walked in
blasted his
shouting.
ears.
Yeah. Just then, he doesn't like it very much. But then, as you mention using the potion in a different scenario, he's well, that that's not a bad idea. I was thinking about a way that we could possibly sort of get around what happened to you last time, Archeron, and see if we could direct the dreams in a more, what's the word? Controlled, positive scenario. More, better controlled. I can't think of the word. But that's a good idea. Hold, let me find something. Give me a moment. And sort of, very quickly speaking, he's like flies up to like a, how do I describe it? Like a cabinet that's like on the roof, not like on the roof, like on because it's like a curved roof. So like like on the side, he opens it and starts looking for something. Well, I was thinking about that, and I want to, if you don't mind, I would love to try something like that. He sort of goes up and grabs like a small gem and flies back down. And Archeron, you recognize the gem as something similar to what he gave you when he gave you the Mantle of Moonlight spell. It is a blue blue quartz, I think, or blue. Yeah, it's a blue quartz. Yes, I was trying to remember if it was quartz or opal. I think it was quartz. Sort of a blue quartz gem. And says, well, I was thinking, since this blue quartz, it helps amplify the light of the moon, and Odaluna being also connected to dreams, it's a component in the potion. But if we use a larger quantity of it, possibly with Archeron, are you able to cast that moonlight spell?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Yes. No, I was thinking if we could use the spell to focus it onto this gem, and while it was in contact with you, Sidon, or funneled in some way, it might be able to. Don't do that. It might be. It help amplify or control what you see. If you think about something that you want to see, it might possibly give that to you.
Anything with the dildo if you're brave enough.
I'm
sorry,
good. Not my cup of tea. That sounds like a plan. What?
Sorry, I was taking a drink. This hurts my voice. Sorry. Go on.
I just need to hold. What do I need to do? Do I just need to drink the potion and hold the gem and then?
Well,
pass
funnily
out,
enough, Archeron, I mentioned a few years ago at the Moonlight Masquerade. What the fuck was it called? The
Full Moon Facade.
Thank you. Why did I call it Moonlight Masquerade? I don't know.
That was a better name for it.
I think that was the name I originally came up before I knew who Celine was. Fucking hell. So I was thinking. I mentioned that one year he had mirrors, and I thought it was stupid.
Yes. I
think we could use mirrors to focus the energy of the spell and the gem to Sidon to amplify this and give it a bit more oomph.
I could just try and upcast it. But okay. Willing to try anything once?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have any mirrors, I'm afraid.
I have some. No, not that scale. I have mirrors. I don't need Celine for mirrors.
Cool.
I could also just try and cast it. I haven't tried casting it to the 3rd level, but I could just expand the slot and see what happens.
I stood up and accidentally hit my headphone wire. Yes. We can certainly try that. When were you thinking of doing this? It's something that I'm interested in, so whenever, really.
I mean, this is all I have on for today, so
We could do it now if you
right now if you would like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. Yes, of course.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm ready whenever you are.
Drac, can you grab a chair?
Yeah, sure.
And he starts like grabbing a few things. Great, he grabs like a handful of mirrors. He just takes a mirror off the wall. Okay, if you sit down in this, I need to stand. Yes, he grabs like a pile of books and rests one of the mirrors on that, And then he also grabs like almost like a lectern and rests one on that. Okay, last one. There, Drac, can you hold the mirror on top of, above Sidon's head, please, facing him?
Like this.
That,
And I
yes.
hold up the mirror.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Sure.
Okay. Sidon, if you hold the gem, just hold it in front of your face. And Archeron, if you cast the spell.
Yes, I'm going to attempt to cast it at 3rd level. Mechanically, I don't think it makes any difference, but
I don't think it does.
it doesn't say it can overcharge it, but for flavour,
Yeah.
Archeron's going to give it the old razzle dazzle.
Perfect. Okay, so it's okay. Good. And now, Sidon. Yes,
what that
go on,
looks
sorry.
like, so Porridge comes down and like Archeron kind of like grabs him, and in one smooth moment he throws him at the mirrors, and he like splinters and like duplicates, and obviously they're like reflections, but they're all bouncing around at the mirrors, and they like just go straight inside, and he's like hit by the power of the spell.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. If you just hold it still. Now, Sidon, drink the potion. See if this works. He's got a notebook ready.
Pop the cork and I just oof.
Okay. So you drink the potion, and it's sort of. I think I've described it as sort of almost being like the smells of like sleep. If that makes sense. Things that make you
Lavender,
sleepy. Yeah, things like that. But you sort of lean backwards in the chair towards these mirrors, and you sort of, as your eyes begin to close, you feel that blue energy from the blue quartz sort of take over vision. Like your eyes are closed, but you can see that sort of blue tint. And then you sort of feel yourself sinking into a sleep. Feel yourself sinking, and you're asleep, but you're still sinking. It's like you're in ice cold water. It's only for a second, but you feel that like that gasp of wanting to get out of freezing cold water. Your body feels like it's in shock, and your eyes snap open, and you see you're in that same place I described before in your last stream. That sort of once it was that sort of crystal clear water, that sort of ocean that was completely still, but now you can see that it is choppy. You're moving, you're shaking slightly, you feel like you feel your hands are damp, like you've been in water. Your hair, it's drenched. You look around and you see there, before it was to your left and to your right, there was the shadow and the light, but now there is just one in front of you. It is this dark oak wooden door. There's nothing else here. It is this dark oak, and behind it you sort of see that there is this faint bit of light. You see it sort of move forward almost through the door as you see cracks of this, what was once strong light through this door, like it's in splinters, like it's in pieces. You see the sort of shadow eclipsing it. And what do you do?
There's only one door this time, so I go over to the door. And I open it.
So it's like a normal door, so you turn the handle and open it. And whereas before you were like poked into going, but you went under your own volition.
Yeah.
You feel almost how Archeron felt when you touched the mask, this ice cold shiver. It runs down your spine. You feel your teeth start to chatter as the shadows flood out. You don't go in, they come out. And you feel yourself pushed back as you see the form of the large wolven beast staring down at you. You see the eye staring at you, this piercing, sickly green eye. But you look around, it's that darkened space. You don't see any of the trees. You just see the flickers of motes of light, like points in space. At first, you think you're like in a void of stars, but looking closer, you can see that it is flecks of golden light, broken golden light. Almost like as you look, you see it, they follow your gaze ever so slightly, almost like fireflies, but it is a lessened version of what was once more. What are you doing?
Hello. I was hoping to get more info on what I was meant to doing, like maybe a time frame or or what you are.
You see, almost like, obviously it's like animalistic, but you see a smile curl across the face of this creature. You see these teeth are bared, and this like pale greenish saliva sort of goes down and drips onto the floor, almost like a ripple in water as it ripples out, and you see the ocean again around you. It's difficult to stand, and you sort of see its head get closer, bends down, its snout in front of you. You feel, usually breath is warm, but this is ice cold breath. And you see it look at you and say, "Creator, there is no time. Get her, or she will get me." And as this me flows out of its mouth, you feel almost a torrent of water hitting you. You feel yourself drenched in whatever liquid this is. You feel yourself pushed down, maybe by a paw, by a hand, as you're sunk deep into this water. And in this water, you just see the green eye staring at you, this icy abyss, and you feel something go across your mouth, like a hand covering you from screaming, and you wake up. Coughing and spluttering, drenched in sweat.
So, how'd it go?
And for everyone else, Sidon was pretty tense that entire time, but as his eyes shoot open and he starts coughing and spluttering, both the opal and the mirrors crack.
Oh.
Oh.
Well,
Violently.
that can't be good.
Was porridge okay?
Yes.
That's okay.
I think I made a big mistake.
What happened?
What was the
Mirror.
first thing he said? I heard get her or before she gets me.
It was just
I
get
think-
her the first time.
Oh, I
This-
wasn't sure if it was one word.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
It was
It sounded like
the word-
Stranger almost.
it was get her, or she will get me.
I don't know. I got very little information. It looks like it might potentially be a vendetta thing. He told me to get her before she gets him. But there was something else that makes me think this was a bad idea. Remember the other woman I told you who had visited me? And
The elven lady.
the more like the one that I saw at Celine's place, and then before in the Lake of Reflection.
Didn't
What the original woman who spoke?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
You
Well,
think
when
it
I
was her?
no, I think following this other side may have damaged the connection I had with her. When after Celine's place and I saw my astral arms, there were like these gold flecks in my astral arms. But since going down this other path, those gold flecks were in that dream, but they were like cracked and broken almost. I don't know. What happened to the mirrors?
Well, when you woke up, they just broke.
Oh. That'll be good.
No, it can't be good.
Okay.
So you didn't get any information about the time frame or what's gonna happen, or
He said there was no time. It was just get her before she got him.
so we could just like ignore it and she would solve the problem, maybe.
That's the way to look at it. Just to ignore all your problems.
Yeah,
them
I
and they
mean,
go away.
it
Maybe,
could
but
be
I
a
feel
solution.
like if she got closer to him, I think he will then force me. At the minute, I've got free will; I can make my own decision. But there was something else when it felt like he could push me around, and
Well, he's a demon.
yeah. What is it with demons, man?
Well,
Yeah,
at the minute,
they're
you're the
chaotic,
one who's-
you know.
Yeah, I'm on about the succubus as well.
All right, I forgot about that.
It was literally what I was about to say. It's like, at the minute, you're the only one who's fucked with them.
Literally.
Emotionally.
But yes, I'm a little bit worried.
As you were talking around, it's like frantically writing this down with a quill on a notepad.
I would. It does seem you've made a bit of a mistake. However, the kind of creature that goes out of the way to antagonize demons is. How do I say this? It's better to have the demon on the inside of the tent pissing out than on the outside of the tent pissing in.
That is true.
Okay, with my general knowledge of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
can I know devils? You can make pacts with them, and whilst they're not trustworthy, they will obey like the letter of the contract.
Yes.
Can demons be like? I don't want to say trustworthy, but I can't think of a better word. Like if you were to do a favor for one of them, are they
With that
likely
high
to?
check earlier, on a very similar topic, I will say you would know that while demons are by no means trustworthy, and they are by no means, a smart thing to make a deal with, they could be tempted by something, like by a bigger prey.
Yeah.
Like, obviously not every demon, but if there was something specific that it wanted, it might not care about a few people. It could be,
Yeah.
nudged or shunned to do something more. That's why the spell Summon Greater Demon exists.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Sidon, as I said, you've made a bit of a boob here.
I just wanted to see what else I could do.
Hope that answers the question. I don't know what to suggest really. If the choices are between helping this demon to protect itself from this woman, and then hopefully it leaves you alone, and not doing that, and then the demon defeats this woman who's hunting it, and then comes after you, I think I know which side I'd rather be on. However, it's not really a situation I think anyone would like to find themselves in.
Yeah. Well, I found myself in it. And I'm
We know.
Okay. I think I need some time to think.
Yeah, and I'm quite interested about that lady that he wants captured.
Yeah. Me too.
Since she obviously have powers that he's afraid of.
Yeah. But then, why would I be to get her?
Maybe
What
he
makes
can't.
me special?
Maybe
I
he's
think-
trapped in another plane or something. I have
It
no
could-
idea. This is just speculations.
It could be as well that you are the only one who's taken them up on the deal. Maybe this demon's gone out to a few people and everyone else is like, I'm going to turn right and head towards the light.
But
I'm not by no means saying that you've made the wrong decision. I'm just saying you've made a decision that some
We
other
wouldn't
people may
make.
not have done. Yes, it's possibly the most political.
He
way to say it.
seemed. This kills me to say this, and don't tell anyone else I'm gonna say this. This stays between us. He seems stronger than I. No,
No,
it's fine. He seems stronger than me. Like what? And if he's
Sorry, wait, Simon, wait. You're saying that the giant demon wolf may have been stronger than you?
yes,
Right. Okay.
But then that
I
begs the
believe that
question, why
Drac is stronger than you.
I don't think I am though.
I mean,
what's
physically.
Drax's physical strength?
No, I mean,
Uh,
Silence' physical
10,
strength is
so-
higher. But
Oh, okay.
But we gotta remember, Sidon's a glass cannon.
Sidon has no health. Drac has
No
like double Sidon's health.
But if this thing that's stronger than me is afraid of this woman and asking me to get this woman, what am I meant to do with this woman?
I see what you mean. Yes. So well, also, so I think you've forgotten though that at the moment we've formed a nice little collective.
Yeah.
Though we do seem to be jumping out of the frying pan into the fire somewhat.
Yeah.
I was hoping for some nice fun time with the Fae, but alas.
I think that might be a better option right now.
What, to go to the Fae now instead of dealing with this?
Pyro's like a week away, and I thought we were helping Cassian out. And I mean,
And the thing is about the Fae Wild is the entrance you come in isn't always the exit you come out of. So we may be able to come out closer to. It may be quicker in the long run to do.
Yeah.
If it,
do you know
Yeah,
anything
true.
about the Fae? I have no idea how. the
I've
Fae
never
world
been.
works.
I've never been.
Yes,
Fascinating.
same, but I am very interested in about.
I think,
of
just out of general knowledge, Artron and Drac would know. I've said it before. I don't remember if I said it last session, but the Feywild in Periphalon is made up of the there's like slices, if that makes sense. Like a
Oh
pie.
yeah, that's
So,
yeah.
One thing I was
sure.
going to ask actually.
Like,
So
sure.
those slices are like a slices of a cake,
Yes.
but is it overlaid on the natural world? So like the obviously it's a different shape,
Mhm.
and it's a different. So if you were to, you would say you were going to come into the abjuration world. I can't remember the name of it. Would you be in a mirrored image of part of this world, or
No.
would it be okay? That's fine. I say this is Artron's never. He's fascinated by it, but it has no first-hand experience of it.
Yeah, it's not mirrored. It's its own thing, pretty much entirely. Just like linked by like the universe, I guess. I don't know.
portals, man.
Now we're playing with
Portals
portals.
like magnets. Portals like magnets. How do they work?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Cool,
How would I even go about finding this woman?
Oh Jesus, I don't know. We'd have to go to Pyro and ask around. I don't know. I have no idea.
Didn't you say that her name was Pyra and that
No,
was
no.
the place,
No.
or was it
There's a place
the other
called
way?
Pyra, but I mean, Pyra could also be a name. You know, you get people named after places all the time.
I made the
Happens.
joke last time, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't make it again.
Okay. Well, it's Master, is there like a postal office or an area we could send a fast communications to another city? like faster than we could travel.
Yes, I mean probably not to the dynasty, but you definitely could get a message to Pyra.
Yes. Well, we could send a message to perhaps the guard in Pyra or an adventurers guild perhaps in Pyra to ask them to respond. However, I don't know how long we're going to be here. From the conversations, it may only be a day or two more. I don't know.
And that's the potential. If we exit the Feywild, we'd be in a different part of the world.
Yes. Well, we could always ask. I don't know. But before I go, Master, do you have any? I know you made. Where did you buy your alchemist kit from? Because I'm looking to purchase one. I don't have any money at the moment, but I was just wondering where you got yours from, or maybe you have an old spare somewhere.
I bought it from whatever the general store's called. I don't remember.
Okay, never mind. Okay.
If you don't have money, I can lend you mine.
No, it's
need it
okay.
back,
No. We need it for food and things. It's just I had an idea that I could, with this alchemist book, I could maybe get into making potions and lotions and tonics, but I'll need a kit for it, so I'll have to save my pennies or see what Santa Claus brings.
Who?
You know, Santa Claus, the superhero.
Yes, he is. He's my uncle, Santa Clausicissimus. Yes.
Oh Jesus! He's the level 20.
Yeah.
What class would he be?
Cleric.
I probably know. I don't know. I hate them. It could be an artificer.
You'd be an artificer.
Yeah.
I know the elves are the artificer.
Yeah,
He's a druid because he's got the animals. He's a fucking nature cleric.
He's a nature cleric. Yeah, you're right.
Shepherd druid.
Multi-classing.
He's a shepherd druid because of how many control over the deer.
No, I feel like he'd be a nature druid. You're probably right. Well, I'm going to get back to my research, if you don't mind. That was very, very. I'm going to have to clean up these mirrors. It's fine.
Oh yes. Can I help? I suppose I can't press the digitate glass.
Probably not.
No. Okay.
Probably be mending
No,
glass
don't
if you
worry.
have it.
It'll be fine.
If I cast grease on it, maybe they'll be easier to collect.
No.
But no, that's something
They'll
else
just
to
be
mop up.
stuck.
Yeah. He just falls over into shards of glass.
Fuck.
He's trying to pick it up and it just constantly just slips out his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck. Bye. Not helping. Not my fault. Bye.
I have a passive perception of 13. Do I hear him? What was that under his breath?
No. You're too busy picking shards of glass out of your teeth.
Master Orion, just one question.
Yes.
Do you have any more of those dream potion thingies?
Not currently. I can make a few more, if you'd like.
Yeah, I would like to try it because I wasn't so sure in the beginning, but now it kind of piqued my interest. So,
well, yes, I can make a few more. I can do it by tomorrow afternoon, probably. Make one of them.
Yeah, I will try to come by tomorrow then.
Great. See you soon.
Yes.
We'll piss off then. All right. Thank you. Love you. Bye.
So you all exit the tower. Okay, so jumping back in, most of the group have had their outing with Orion, figured out some very little, but a bit more about Sidon's weird moment. But we will move back to Maeve, who is at Cassian's place by herself. Obviously not by herself, there is Cassian and Alex. But is there anything you're doing while you're there?
I assume after everyone's left,
Mm-hmm.
is Cassian still in that?
Yeah, he's just sitting down at the in like the sitting room. Probably, I don't know if anyone took the map, the book of the Feywild, but probably just like very.
I think she has it.
I think maybe she has it. He was just reading another book then. It's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was reading book 7. I don't know.
I think because I always imagine whenever he's reading a book that he's like completely engrossed, and you could just like walk around and like do
Probably.
anything, and he wouldn't realize. So I just imagine her like walking in and like leaning down, knocking on the table.
You see, he sort of jumps very slightly. Oh, hi.
Hi. Just
That
wanted
was-
to return this and like hand the book back.
I mean, I don't necessarily need it, but of course. So takes a bit on the table. That was brave of you.
Or very stupid.
I don't think I would class it as stupid. They all seemed relatively okay at the facts. I don't think they were scared by any means.
No, that's true. It's difficult. Most of the time, I'm looked at like a crazy person, so it's new.
Well, it could be worse.
That's true. Did you think about what I said?
Somewhat. I wouldn't. It is probably better than the other thing. But I don't want to. I wouldn't want to force that upon you.
If I remember rightly, I offered.
Yes, I know, but I don't want to. If you're not comfortable with it, I don't want to. It's not a nice thing, of course.
I fully imagine that Maeve is like smirking and like has her arms folded, like just watching him flap about.
Mhm. I don't know. It's difficult, and you are probably right. And it obviously doesn't need to happen, but it's probably a better solution.
Mhm.
He's like looking at you, nervously, apprehensively, embarrassed. Just not really sure what to say. Like, how do you?
Oh.
That's just a thought. How do you ask someone to, you know? How do you say, "Hi, can I bite you"?
Like that.
Not context.
Yeah, but not like that.
Or just bite me.
Well, that's the other person.
Mhm.
You know, so he doesn't know the words, and you can easily tell that.
I feel like she'd move over to the edge of this. Not like the edge, because that makes it sound like she's sitting as far away as possible. She's not like scared. She's just like trying to set some. She's like hand on the coffee table. Right, ground rules. It stays between us
That's fine.
because I don't need any extra shit from the rest of them.
Of course.
Questions. How badly, on a scale of 1 to 10, is this going to hurt?
Well,
Okay, let me rephrase that. How badly, on a scale of 1 to 50, is this going to hurt?
not 50.
Okay.
Scale of 1 to 10. It varies. Obviously, when I bite myself, it's not the same. So really, I'm not sure. But, max of like a 6, 7, possibly, out of 10.
Whew. Okay.
But of course, if I'm not going to make you do it.
I know you're not. I'm okay with it. I'm just trying to find the best way to go about it.
Of course.
Another question is where, because I need it to be somewhere I can.
Well, I'll leave that up to you. I don't mind. Wherever you think is best.
I feel like she'd look at her hands. I wear gloves quite a lot, so I could very easily hide anything to about here, and she like gestures to like the middle of her forearm. I just feel
well,
like the neck
yeah.
is a little too cliche.
And it's not very easily hidden. Yes. You see he's like trying to like steady himself. He's not sure what to say. I can. Your like gesture to himself, like your wrist, your hand, wherever you think's easiest.
Okay. She's like looking around the room, trying to figure out if she has any more questions. Probably stalling.
If you think I can grab some, like a bandage, just in case.
Yes, that's probably a good idea.
So he leaves the room for a minute. If there's anything you want to
She just
contemplate.
paces around the coffee table. She's like scratching one side of her head, like they're all gonna know. they're gonna kick off. Oh. Archron's gonna be so disappointed in me.
Probably not you.
Pacing around the table.
Yeah, so after 2 minutes or so, 2.5 minutes, Cassian walks back in holding like a bandage, rock bandages, and puts it on the table.
Should I stand or sit? I don't.
I'm not sure. He breathes in, takes a breath out, and as he takes the breath out, you see the disguise drop, and he just goes to himself because he's obviously been in his disguise the entire time. And you can see visibly, because you've not seen him in his disguise since you got back. You can see he's visibly slightly more pale. Obviously, he's a vampire, so he's pretty pale, but like more than that, and you can see he looks slightly more. I don't know.
Gaunt.
Yeah, gaunt probably is a good word. The description of someone who hasn't eaten in a while.
So is it like obvious immediately?
It's not obvious, but since you spent time around him, you can tell.
I feel like she'd have a look of concern, very slight, like, oh, okay, yeah, no, this is not good. I'll sit, and she I think she'd sit on the in front of him on the edge of the coffee table, as long as it's sturdy and it's not gonna tip over and make her look like a complete twat.
Do you want to sit on the sofa?
No, it's fine.
Well, in case, I can sit on the table.
Okay. Sure.
Well, somewhere to lean back. But yeah, he sits on the sort of coffee table and sort of looks at you as if to say, are you ready for this?
She just gives a very slight nod, kind of ready as I'll ever be.
So where on your arm?
I imagine she'd just hold out her hand, and she's gestured to where it's the no-go spot, so it's sort of up to him.
Yeah.
So yeah, she'd just hold out her hand.
Yeah. So is Maeve left or right-handed?
Left.
Okay, so he will take Maeve's right hand
Yeah.
Because doesn't want to. And sort of, if you look at your hand, sort of, how to describe it, just past the wrist, sort of, like where your thumb is, if you're holding it down, sort of, yeah, slightly further to like on your arm rather than your hand.
I'm thinking
Sort of,
Aaron,
yeah. Well, sort of, slightly further along than that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he sort of like nervously sort of takes your hand, and like he doesn't want to make eye contact, but he does because he wants to make sure, in case it hurts a lot.
Yeah,
he
I
can
feel
stop.
like Maeve wouldn't make eye contact, not because of the fact that she's like ashamed or anything, but just because of the fact it's like getting an injection. You don't want to look at the needle, so she'd kind of just be like looking around the room, like.
Okay. So he takes a breath, and then you see sort of at the corner of your eye, his mouth opens, and you sort of. I don't say you hear it before you see it because that's wrong, but like you, even before you know it happens, you feel the sensation of that sort of that bite, and you feel the two main points from his fangs hit into you and sort of pierce the skin. And what I'm gonna do is because he's
if you could see, I'm like squinted like.
Yeah.
Like wincing.
Yeah. Because his aim is not to hurt. I'm going to roll the piercing damage with disadvantage essentially. So I would roll it twice and take the lower roll.
Okay.
The opposite
6.
of savage attack.
Yes. So it is 6 points of piercing damage plus 7 points of necrotic damage.
That's fine.
And until your next long rest, your maximum hit points are reduced by 7.
Ooh.
And you feel that sort of coldness sort of take over your hand and arm for a second, and you probably wince because it hurts. That amount of damage kills a commoner.
Can I?
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll deception to see if I can hide the actual like. Ow!
Have him make an active insight against this.
Oh.
I'm not gonna. His passive's higher than that.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
will.
I feel like
but...
she's doing that thing where when you like trying to like.
Never mind. He doesn't see it. And that one.
It's very obvious though that she's like.
He probably gets a hint of it, but he doesn't. But he sort of bites down, and you feel that sort of like clench, like clasp of the teeth, and you sort of like your hand goes numb for a second, but it's not too bad. You've definitely had worse, but like it bites and the pain hits, and then obviously you start to feel like you're bleeding slightly. But for like a beat or 2 or 3 or 4, 5 maybe too long, he stays and doesn't like move away.
Oh no.
Before you see him like shake his head and move away. And he like wipes the blood from his mouth. And it's like obviously Cassian technically, like creature-wise, he's undead, but I've always described him as breathing and things like that.
Yeah.
You see he's like breathing, he feels slightly nervous, like he's obviously embarrassed that that's had to happen, but you'll see the colour come back to his face a little bit. But he seems slightly nervous, but you can tell it's for a different reason. As he goes to like grab the bandage and start to bandage you up, and he's not said anything yet.
I feel like when there's like an awkward silence in a room and it's just the air just feels thick.
Yeah.
I imagine she's just like, that bad?
No, I'm more confused. Are you okay?
Yes, fine.
But he like finishes like wrapping your hand. Well, he's like trying to find the words. I should say thank you for anything. It means a lot, and he like
I think
gives
she would
like
look actively confused, like not confused, but like concerned.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
Like
he's giving like a half smile, if that makes sense. Like, not like in a mean way, but he's like half like happy and half like confused and concerned and like not sure what to do. Because he sort of like thinks, when, I'm not sure. I saw something when when I bit you. I saw something.
What do you mean?
I don't know how to describe it. Can I try something quickly? And you sort of you know he does telepathy, or he can. And you sort of feel like he's trying to make a connection in your head.
Yeah. Just,
yeah.
He's allowed. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I'm not sure if it's going to work. And you see, like, concentrates, like he's thinking about something. And then, almost like a flash, you see what he is thinking. You see the image of running, of stumbling, someone running through twisted sort of vines as blood drips from their mouth. You see the trees like claw and grab at this memory, this vision, this person. You sort of see grass begin to curl around the legs. You hear the howl of wolves in the far off distance echoing about, and the flash of spells, you can only assume, like beams of light around this form, as you sort of see the grass tighten as you hit the dirt, and you come out of it.
Has anything like that happened before?
No. I don't know what that was.
Would I have recognized the place?
Can you make me a history? I guess. 16. From how things were acting, it could have been, a sort of druid doing something like that, or it could have been a place in the Fae, but definitely not a place in the Fae you've been. It was very monotone, and you guess not by, it didn't actually look monotone, but whatever memory or thing Cassian was recalling, it made it look monotone. So you couldn't get colours, really. Yeah.
That's odd.
It is odd. I'm not sure what it means. And you see he, takes a breath and changes back into his disguised self.
You didn't have to do that.
It's, it's just to be safe in case someone comes knocking or looks through a window. I already had Kalen appear,
Yes, that's true.
so it's more precaution than anything now. Do you want something to eat?
Yes, sure.
He's just now, not sure what to do, sort of trying to think about, process the thing he saw and, what do you say after you've done that?
Yeah, I think she's, very, out of it
Yeah.
after seeing that, because first of all, she's like, what's wrong with me? Why did that happen specifically with me? And she's also like, huh?
Yeah, confused.
Yeah.
But yeah, he goes into the other room, and you can assume that food is being made. Is there anything? Obviously, you can have food. You can do whatever. Is there anything you want to do before we see what the rest of the group are doing?
I think pick up that imaginary phone.
Okay.
And speed dial 1 for Fable. Fable for Sable.
That's a game.
Fucking brain.
Speed dial 1 for Fable, speed dial 2 for Sable.
Speed dial 3 for Cable.
Yeah, I was about to say that one. Yeah.
You feel that connection made.
Card on the table.
Don't want to ring Babel, you won't be able to understand them. Wee,
Hey, me again.
Yes.
Is there any way? Because obviously, he just kind of shared his thoughts with me.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do that with Sable?
Can you?
Or just like recite it as to the best of my ability?
Yeah.
Perform.
I'll say, can you? Yeah, can you make me a? It's not gonna be a performance. I would say. I think another history. Just see if you can, like, exactly recall and show parts of it. 18. Yeah. So you show pretty much exactly what happened. There's probably a few details missing, but he goes, strange. I don't know. Hold on, I'm gonna roll a check for Sable.
Ooh.
Do I have the sheet open? No, I fucking don't. Fucking hell, where is it? It's somewhere.
Rookie mistake.
I have like 8 tabs open. I just didn't think I needed
Rookie
this one.
mistake.
Didn't think I needed this one today.
To assume is to make an ass out of you and me.
Oof. Well, it looks familiar, but I can't place where from.
I'm probably guessing here completely, but from the running away and the blood on the mouth, could this be her? And if so, why did he see that through me?
Well, that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad guess. If anything, it tells us they're linked somehow. And I mean, we assumed that, but I guess now it's more confirmed if that is Deirdre. That's the name.
I mean, it's all well and good that they're connected. That is kind of a given, considering.
Yes.
But why am I involved in this?
I mean, your connection to the Fae, probably? I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll have a think on it.
I asked, Gethin, I think your best bet is still the portal.
Of course. Well, thank you for your help, and thank him for absolutely nothing.
I'm not saying that. Don't.
No, I don't repeat that. No, you know I.
Yes, I won't be. He will probably want to see you. If he comes through.
It has been a while. So. Okay. Well, I'm not sure when, but I will let you know when I do.
Great. Cool. Let me know if you need anything. And you feel that connection. Go. Is there anything else you wanted to do here?
No. Just eat.
Yeah. You get what would Maeve want?
Something sweet.
Okay.
French toast. That's
yeah.
my favorite.
You get some French toast, some crackers and cheese on the side.
What is French toast in?
I don't fucking know.
Well, apparently another name for French toast is like
Eggy bread.
It's called weird bread.
You could just call it eggy bread with powdered sugar.
Yeah, but it's eggy bread and French toast are two very different things.
Same thing. The only one's made with powdered sugar and sweetened up.
I'm trying to I'm looking at my fucking what name here sounds vaguely French. You get some Miramus bread, Miramus toast.
Mirror's bread
Nice.
sounds like elvish bread.
Yeah, that's Lembas. And you sort of. So there's nothing else you want to do. You don't want to talk to Cassian or Alex in this moment for now.
Not for now, no.
Cool.
Breather.
That's
Right.
fair. Ruminate.
Yeah.
Cool. So we will move back to the rest of the group. Rest of the group, what are you doing?
We finished with Orion, so the only thing, well, there's quite a few things that Archon probably tell the group that he thinks should be done. Like we need to alert the guard that the
the dragon.
I can't say the vampire threat's over, but at least the
Crimson Hand.
the Crimson Hand, the Crimson Hand that we think is over. I don't know if it's worth telling Mel, not because I don't think she's a valuable ally. It's just I don't know if she can comprehend what it is we're trying to tell her. But like we also need to tell her about so Archeron has got his book with him, and that's got like as many faces as he could draw and remember to let them know that they were there. Also that he's seen like a dragon flying near the city is a thing that he wants to do. He wants to go and see Celine tomorrow. And what's the hang on, let me have a look at my list. What else was
There
on
is
the list?
one more, it's the bigger one. The
Bigger one.
Bard.
Oh, well, I was going to talk to Gregory about that. Like
Okay.
when we get in tonight, because she didn't seem a huge power threat.
They.
Sorry. I don't know. They didn't seem a huge power threat, and Archeron doesn't want to get into unnecessary fights.
Yeah.
So he would be more concerned with actually locating them.
Yeah.
Than scrapping. But he would mention because one thing I actually forgot to mention last session, when he poked his head out, someone was going into his old bedroom and closed the door, didn't they? Someone had thrown off the charm, or wasn't charmed by them, or I think if I remember rightly, when it started, I looked out the door. There was one person going into the bedroom across from me, which is his old bedroom, and then there were 4 people walking down the stairs.
I think my reaction can tell you that doesn't matter.
From that room downstairs.
I can't remember. I think my reaction is enough to tell you that I don't. That doesn't
Okay,
matter.
maybe that was just someone else who's peering out, wondering
Don't
what the
remember.
pumpkin was about. Okay, because part of it was as we were doing it, part of me was hoping that one of the people that was being abducted was the person in that room, so he could have his old bedroom back. But
Wow.
but no, not like they were being they've been abducted. He could have it back. I've just saved your life. Oh, whatever can I do to say thank you?
Give me your room.
Swap rooms, baby. But yeah, okay. So, but I think it's more prudent to talk to the Dragon Knight, Dragon Guard. But I don't know if that. I don't know what I would actually say there. But definitely that would be. What
Yeah,
I'd
you
mention
know
prior
that
to.
the Dreadguard garrison is obviously where they are. You know where that is. Mel has been shown you there once. So you can get there with relative ease.
Yeah. Also, I know the word to get in. Because I listened to it last time. It was a word in
I
Draconic.
can tell you. You don't speak Draconic.
I don't
do
speak
you?
Draconic, but I purposely remembered the phrase.
You did. I remember that.
Which I'm gonna. I'm just gonna waltz in
Well,
because
I'm gonna make you try and speak it.
okay.
Not like you, but chat.
Yeah.
So yes, is everyone going to the Dreadguard garrison, or is it just Archeron?
I have things to think about, so I might take a walk around the shopping district, maybe have a look at some street food vendors.
Jesus. It's every
Always
session.
with the fucking.
It's every session when you're in Crown Top. Okay, so Sun's gonna go and get some
Food.
meat. What about everyone else?
I'm gonna go with Archeron.
Slab, are you gonna get some street meat, or are you gonna go with Archeron and
Well,
Draco?
we're
do
not
something
going to get
else?
some street meat. Probably walk around the side and look at.
See anything in any shops? Yeah, see
Okay.
anything.
Cool.
Because I was
yeah.
gonna say, I have a lot of gold that I never do anything with.
One thing I would say before they separate is Archon would reiterate his plan for tomorrow, which is to go to see Lord Celine, and that if they wanted to join, that he would meet them there at a reasonable time, like 11 o'clock or something.
Okay. So we'll go to Drakenatron. You head up to sort of like the middle, or the sort of the upper city, sort of the very edge of it, and you see the Drakeguard garrison, sort of the walled-off area with the statues of dragons on the tops of like watchtowers. And you go to the sort of the main gates. So you personally remembered the text. You don't know what it means, but can you make me Can you make me a performance check?
A performance? Can I not go for history?
No. You don't. You remember it. You just have to say it correctly.
Okay, I'm going to also cast Comprehend Languages so I understand what it is I'm saying.
Okay, well then if you cast Comprehend Languages, then you can do it easily.
No, because I didn't hear. No, so I don't know what the word means. I have to say it out loud so I can understand it.
Okay.
The word, I don't know what it means until it's pronounced out loud.
Okay.
It's just a wild spell.
Okay, hold on.
So,
let me find the actual thing.
Okay,
Okay, make me a performance.
Oh, it's an
check.
action. I can do that. Yeah. Okay. So performance. Let's see. Nat 20, baby.
Oh, Jesus.
Hell yeah!
So you channel your inner Melanoe. You get the accent.
Oh no!
And you know that in Draconic, the phrase is, "May the soul of the ancient ones guide the way." Okay, Jesus Christ.
Is may the
soul of the ancient ones guide the way with poison in my heart.
Guide the way with poison. Okay. In my heart.
And with your normal intelligence, you guess that it's probably different depending on the member. But Mel is the green.
Yeah. From dragon color to dragon color. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
So you assume if it was red, it'd be fire. If it was if it was blue, it'd be ice. You know.
I'm just gonna put a not something to get up just about.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Phrases change when they get promoted.
You don't know.
Does the door open?
Yes. So you feel the moving of like the stone doorway, as you go into like the courtyard. I guess is the best way to put it. And you see a number of sort of lower ranking Dragonites, most of them looking very confused at why a bunch of people have just walked in and how they got in.
I'm gonna just say to Archie, like, wow, it's almost sound like you were Mel there for a second.
No, I know, right? It's crazy.
I mean, yeah, what are you doing,
guys?
What are you doing as some of these Dragonites are like preparing to get weapons out?
Excuse me, we're here to see. Oh, let me find out what the name was. We're here to see Commander Alaire.
That's the blue woman who you know, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. She gave us her passcode.
Well,
otherwise, how else would we have gotten
Can you
in?
make me a deception check?
Yeah, hero point.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's crazy as a hero point. Wait. Well, she's not here at the moment. Just go in and you'll find the marshal.
Yes, the marshal, yes. Okay. He was a fellow like Jack Black, right? Or was he the?
No, he was the.
Okay, that
Red
was
Marshal.
the
the red
Marshal.
one. Yeah,
Red Marshal
Jarek.
Yes.
Jarek. Okay. Yeah. We go ourselves. Thank you very much. Does the door close behind us?
No. Oh.
I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking. I was thinking, yeah.
Could
why
be.
not? Yeah. I was thinking, does a person do it? No, that's crazy. Oh, yeah, the door closes behind you, and you walk into the main sort of like meeting room, like the I don't know what you'd call it, I guess the war room, I guess, of the dragon. So down the long corridor to like the square room.
Briefing room?
Yeah, briefing room. And I'll change the map, because in the room you see a few groups of Dragonites sort of talking, conversing. You see the Red Marshal sort of on the other side of this large table in the center with chairs around it, almost like
The map hasn't changed for me yet.
I know, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm just describing it before I change it. Sort of in the middle of the room, there's like almost like King Arthur's Round Table, with a bunch of chairs around it. You see the Red Marshal, and you see Mel standing next to him.
Quick little wave to Mel, like try as subtly as I can, like hello.
Oh, you do it subtly. She doesn't.
Okay, if she's doing it subtly, I quite like Mel now. She's eager, enthusiastic.
Since you saw her, we're hot.
No. I decided I was going to try to be friends with her on the second time we met her.
So you guys walked in from the bottom of this map.
Okay. Oh wow, that's a
So
large
here.
map. Sorry. If you're busy, we could come back later.
No, of course. Come on in. How'd you get in?
Commander Alea gave us a passcode, lets us stroll in and out. You know, she's like terrible security hazard. Anyway,
Can you make me another deception check?
Yeah, sure. I've got another hero point. Don't
Because
worry
it's the
about it.
person that Mel hates with a passion.
Yeah,
Everyone does.
13.
Mel specifically. I will actually have her make an active insight check.
Conspiratorial wink. That's what I'm telling you people. Anyway, we
I would have just let you in.
Yes, I know, it's fine. We're here now. I didn't
we
want
didn't
to.
know where you were, you know.
Yes, yeah. We also couldn't reach you because you were inside.
Yeah. Okay.
We come bearing news. Some pieces of news actually. Where to begin? I'm not sure if you're aware. There is I've seen reports of twice a large gem dragon flying near or around the city a few nights ago now, 2-3 nights ago, flying towards the city, and then Lord Orion, one of the guy with the what was it, Starlight Observatory, he also saw it flying away. So I'm not sure if you're aware. I don't think this is in any immediate danger. I just wanted to make sure people knew.
You see Mel go, haven't heard anything about any dragons. And you see Jarrett go, that seems strange. No, there can't be a dragon.
Well, that was my first thought too, but I'm fairly confident I saw it. I can show you what I saw, and I'm going to minor illusion on the table, the dragon. And like as quick as it moves. So obviously, it's very fast moving.
Yes.
But yes. Do with that information what you will.
Can you make me or Jack can also do it? Insight check on Jarek as he's like looking at this. That can't be right. That seems strange. 12? No, you don't know.
Okay.
I don't. That seems strange. I don't think there's a dragon around.
Well.
I mean,
Well, it
I'm
never
not
hurts to investigate, right?
Yes. I'll see if I can look into it. Of course.
Well, before you do, I say Gem Dragon are slightly more.
Yes, they're less
pressing
aggressive.
than-
They're
Well,
neutral.
no, there's more pressing concerns. I'm sure you were aware when we first met. What is she a commander? Commander Mel, sub commander,
I'll tell you
captain,
I think it's. Fucking hell, what is it?
El Capitano,
I think it's captain.
captain,
Sector
when-
captain.
When we first met Sector Captain Melanoe here, we was in the theatre, and then they were attacked by the vampire scrubs, and we're here to say we believe that for the moment the threat seems to be over. There seems to be one particular member of that fraternity who was keen to spread the disease as far or wide as he could, working alongside the Crimson Hand. Unfortunately, there were a great many people killed there before we were able to stop them. And he takes his book out and like turns it to the page, and he puts it on the table. I did a sketch of those who were unfortunate enough to not survive their encounter. I'm not sure if they're from the area or if their families could be made aware. I'm not sure if
You see, sort of as you say, this the marshal's looking, solemn. He's looking through. I can have people alerted. I can see if I can get the families. I don't know if I recognize them. Possibly. Can I copy this?
I think you can possibly take the page. Archer's gonna see if he can take the page out. I actually don't know.
I'll say yeah. There's no reasons why not.
Yeah, he scrolls down the page, takes it out, and hands it over. And as he does, it's like he kind of breathes out a little bit, like the weight's off his shoulders a little bit.
You see Jared sort of calls someone over and says, "Get this into the evidence room, please," and hands it to someone. We will look into that. Thank you very much for your service. Why weren't we notified of this before you?
Oh, you were. We told Commander Alea all about it if she decided not to pass on the information.
You know, another deception check.
Yeah, sure.
Because you know she's not been here for like
12.
Wow. Okay, I will have it. I don't have a character sheet for this guy, but I'm gonna guess it's at least +1. I'll give it +2.
Is it a paladin?
6. Yeah.
Nope.
It's a
Womp.
I'll make
Commander
Mel
Alea, she needs to be
make-
demoted, man. Needs to get rid.
Melbourne also sees nothing. Strange. I don't think she was here. Oh right.
No, it's before she left. We definitely spoke to her. It's the first day we met, remember?
Yes, I remember.
John's gaslighting this man so hard.
You see, while you're talking about this, Mel doesn't see through the lie. She's looking actively saddened while you're mentioning this. Well, I will ask her when she's back. And you see, Mel says, I got that message from Alex about the bodies.
Yes. Well, there are a few things on the list, I'm afraid. I had to go through them in what I thought was the most pressing, the most pressing to last. So starting off with the least important, actually. So the dragon, the bodies. Next was the 4 members of what we believe to be the Drake Guard buried in... I tried to locate them on the way back, but I couldn't find them.
I got the vague location from Alex, and he said that I told the marshal, and some people have been sent out to get him.
Oh, good.
So
Search
hopefully
around.
you have more joy than we did, because on the way back we couldn't find them again. So there was that, and then we come to the final piece of the I can't call it a puzzle, but the Crimson Hand and Drac. If I'm missing anything here, please jump in. The Crimson Hand we were working for or with, well, they appear to be a kind of a vampire fraternity working for or with what I can only describe as a devil woman. I think that's accurate.
Yeah, I would say that.
I didn't again get a great look at her. I was more concerned with staying away from her.
And also she was very, very scary.
Poseidon, he's one of our friends. He
Yeah, but
probably got the best.
Poseidon aren't sharpest tool in the shed, we know that.
Well, no, he had the best look at her. Is what I was saying.
Well, I think the only person who would have had a bad look would have been Artron. Everyone else
Yeah, I
could
was
probably
right about that,
vaguely describe, or like describe in relatively detail.
because
if
what
you
I'm
wanted to.
picturing in my head, because I looked at the picture, but for some reason it's been replaced in my head by the Queen of the Rachnos from Doctor Who was the bright red spider. You know the bright red spider woman with the fangs.
Yes, James. Of course, I know the bright red spider.
Yeah,
woman
well,
from
those-
Doctor
those-
Who.
I know what
The
you're
two
on
things,
about.
Yeah.
the two things
Yeah,
I'm known to
same.
love: Doctor Who and spiders.
But like so for some reason that's what I picture in my head when we say this woman because she was red. And I know the
Drax is
picture
also
wasn't
that
even
woman,
red.
and Artron is also that woman.
Yeah. But yeah, so I give us like a good a description as I can. And at this point, he's obviously watching us getting like noticeably uncomfortable
Yeah,
because
and I
he's trying to
feel
lead
out
up to
the
the next bit
details
and he
if
doesn't know how to do it.
He forgot anything.
Yeah, you see someone is like sketching it while you're giving descriptions, like a police sketch.
Yeah.
And after
Well,
the end,
I kind of like give her a silhouette for him to work with.
yeah, well, Drax sort of puts in the finer details, and at the end, like flips it around, and it's like close. Obviously,
She
you're
had
not
Pixar mum
exact.
hits.
That wasn't even in the image.
I
It
You're not
was
saying no.
literally like top half. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't say. But yeah, it's like a decent enough image. Obviously, some things are slightly wrong, and it's not in color, but it's it's relatively good. You know, if you saw it, you'd be able to recognize it. Yes.
Yes, well, the reason we bring it up is she had an interest in. I'm not 100% sure why, but she had an interest in a member of the city. I think perhaps she thought that perhaps a political standpoint in the city would strengthen her, or somebody respected, or maybe changing the laws. And we think we can resolve the issue by removing him from the city. But Lord Arelis, I was close. I was going to say Arelis. Arelis Cassian, the lawmaker of the Middle City, was mentioned as a target. So we are going to be trying to hide him from her.
Can you make me a deception check? Just because you're not.
Yeah, I'm not giving everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not.
You said we don't know the reason why.
Oh wow.
Okay.
I did 100%. I didn't say 100. I know part of the reason why. I don't know why.
Yeah, but you know what? It's more like the how you're saying it rather than what you're saying. I will have.
God damn it! Where was that when I was trying to convince him that fucking Elia, whatever her name was, is a dick?
Okay. Following terribly. Alright, I think in this case it is probably best if we don't know where you're taking him.
Well, if I'm being honest, I'm not quite sure. We're...
Well, yes, but if more people knew, then more people could be targeted.
Yes, I suppose you're right. But yeah, they were the one. We were wondering if we could. So we. Wow. Say these were the things we came to talk about. If there's anything else we can do, say we don't know if any of these threats to the city have ended really, but we're hoping that they all have.
Jarek nods. Well, we are somewhat preoccupied with the skirmishes to the north. With the dynasty, so it is taking up a lot of our focus. But once we can look into more of this, I assure you we will.
Well, we may be moving on from the city.
Yes,
but,
just to try and ease your concerns. Partially.
Well, if the main thing is now that the poor families could be told.
Yes, that will be on the priority.
I think I'd also give them a list of the known vampires that we like. I know there's probably a small physical change when they go and obviously they get fangs and they get gaunt and stuff, and they all seem in my head for some reason they were all wearing suits.
Nope.
But just the one, okay. But I kind of give them a description of all of the vampires as well, and say have they kind of.
I assume excluding Cassian.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this was the one who had taken it upon himself to sire as many other vampires as possible, and then obviously drawing attention to Elijah and trying not to mention. Well, we just wouldn't mention Cassian again here.
Mm-hmm. Cool. We thank you for this, truly.
Would it be too much to ask if there was a reward? If not, that's fine. I'm just asking.
Can you make a persuasion check?
Oh, damn it, me.
You're doing all the talking.
I know.
You're asking for things.
That's perception. Sorry, that's perception. Performance.
That's perception.
Oh, sorry, fucking. Jesus.
Oh god.
Worse. It's got worse and worse and worse the further I go.
He says, "Well, I'm not sure what we can provide, but Mel, maybe tell them about." I'm sorry, I need to. He's weirdly not uncomfortable, but he's sweating slightly. I need to get going. I'm sorry.
Is something
I
up
think
in
he's
the
eating
city?
some of that street meat.
No, it's something's come to mind. And he excuses himself. And you see Mel say, "Oh yeah, so I was takes a breath. I was tasked with looking into some disappearances. Around
Some more disappearances.
More disappearances?
Yeah, people had disappeared before, now they disappear again.
This could be from last night, Drac.
Oh, yeah, right. With what was his name?
Their name.
Oh,
Wow,
sorry.
Yeah, right,
Calypso.
God. Well, do we know? No? Oh yeah, we do.
Yes.
Cal.
Oh, yeah.
Calypso.
With
It
a
was,
K.
It was a K, yes. Like the ice cream, yes. We met last. I wasn't going to mention this because it seems to pale into insignificance in comparison with some of the other things we've mentioned. But we met a bard last night in the Lively Loot who had put a charm on some patrons and was leading them out, and we were able to stop them from going too far. The patrons, that is. And
Yeah, but we lost him.
Yeah, we lost Cal in the in the attempt.
Sorry, can you describe this person?
Androgynous, hot,
Yeah.
dark, long dark hair.
Okay.
I share that like a minor image. It's just
Yes.
easier. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Thank you. So that's probably linked because reports were around that sort of area. My plan was to go and look into it. If you know anything, then that's great. I mean, this is great. I'm gonna look out for them. That's sort of my next point of order for a bit. I
Yeah,
don't
if you
know.
want help, we can help, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't have any plans.
Well, I was going to look for them again tonight. Yes. They don't seem to be a fighter. They seemed quite reasonable in their way.
Mhm.
They seem to be keenest not to have a fight. So I don't think they'll come to the same place twice. I can't imagine they go back to the Lively Loot. But
Maybe highly crowded places like the inn.
yeah, like the inn. You know, I'm
Other
not
inns
sure.
possibly.
I'm not familiar. What was the other one? The place Sidon and Slabs did at the awful
Oh
place.
god, the rusty tap. No, we're not going
The
there.
Rusty
please.
Goblet.
Yes. Do they have a open mic?
I
kind of
mean,
thing?
probably. Also the Dragon's Roost.
Well, how many taverns are there in the city?
Those are the three main ones. They're the three I have written down. So
They're the three in God's notes.
yes.
Okay. Well, there's three taverns, three of us. So there's a Lively Loot, the Dragons.
Well, they probably won't go to that one again.
So there's a Lively. Sorry,
there's the Dragon's Roost
and the Rusty Tap.
and the Rusty Goblet.
Rusty Goblet. Sorry. Well, how far apart are they?
Opposite ends of the city, pretty much.
Okay.
And also, I don't think they will go to the Rusty Goblet because
Who the fuck
Yeah.
wants to go to the Rusty Goblet?
I
Well,
don't think
wait,
they
no,
want
you
to see
say
this.
that though, but if people go missing from the Rusty Goblet, does it cause less ripples than if they go missing?
Well, there's still
from
people
the...
going missing. I think either way it would.
Okay, I don't know. Because that's the place that Dahlia works, or worked. I
I
don't know.
don't
if
think she
she's-
worked
Well,
there. She
she
just
works
went. She
there.
just.
Oh, she just went there. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just a barfly. Okay. Shall we say then we should try the
Dragon's Roost.
fucking complete mind blank. Yeah, Dragon's Roost tonight, and then say this is what they look like, and they Mel, you're a paladin, are you not?
Yeah, I am.
This is going to be a very strange question to ask, but if you were to rate your paladinness on a scale of 1 to 20, where would you fall?
About a 6.
About a 6. Okay, so if we stay within, say, 10 feet of you.
I mean, I don't know what you're implying.
No, so it's just you're just being in close proximity. Just seems to lift.
If you want a
my-
hug, I can give you a hug.
Actually, I could have a hug.
Oh,
She gives you a hug.
Yeah.
Aw.
Okay. Yeah, he has a little hug. It was just
7 on
okay.
strength. She doesn't do it too hard.
But no,
Listen, be careful I didn't roll athletics.
it's just crunch. Yeah, I've got athletics as well.
Oh, I rolled 8. Never mind.
She's like
Yeah.
Bane snaps you over a
Yeah.
knee.
He says, well, it's more that obviously
She pats you on the head.
Thank you. We don't want to get into a fight with them, because, well,
Bloody hell.
I know, it's just we don't get to fight with them, but they are very powerful magician or bard.
Well,
or
we will get
mage.
into a fight if they don't surrender.
Well, remember, they had the ability to disappear. I think I could stop them
Yeah,
now.
that teleportation thing was really weird.
Yeah, well, can I run my mind back and see if it was like a misty step or something?
Can you make me a history check?
11, probably not.
Not
I
sure.
was too busy being
Trying to figure out how to
calmed
save
emotions.
the,
Yeah, you're sort of like in the midst of like different enchantment effects, trying to figure
Yeah.
out things you weren't looking specifically.
Yeah, okay. I was too busy concentrating on my flaming sphere, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just
It sounds like it.
so.
Yes. Well, I say I think they can be reasoned with. It's just that they seem to be working for somebody.
Did you give any information on who that somebody was?
I don't believe they did. No. I'm just gonna
No.
quickly check. I don't think they did. Calypso for a friend. Nope.
I didn't write down that quest in the quest channel because I'm stupid.
They just said friend.
Yeah.
But they said that we may meet their friend.
Yeah, like soon enough or something like that.
Okay,
Um,
we'll take this information to go off more than I had before.
Is there a reward for this one? Artron says with optimism.
Yeah, I'm sure I can convince Jarek to give you something.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
not
you,
helping.
thank you, Mark. I
It's fine.
do hope the information we gave has been useful, and you know we think you do a great job here.
Could you make me a deception? No, I'm just-
No, I do. I'm trying to not deceive, but like more persuade. Like just make it. She's
Okay, can you make me a
sad
persuasion
or-
check?
More like, please stand tall.
Well, she was only looking
proud.
sad because you were mentioning that you were talking a lot with the woman she fucking hates, who's been
Yeah,
like,
I was.
abusing
You
her.
inflicted her on us. Performance.
Yeah, but you're continuing to
16.
bring her up.
There we
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
There we go. So yes, she's we yeah. So should we meet you at the should we meet for dinner at the Dragon's Roost?
Yeah.
I'd say
pretty expensive.
7-ish?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure the Drake Guard have got a expenses fund, right?
For me, yeah.
Oh.
Well,
How
it's
expensive are
like
we talking?
10 gold or like 50 gold.
I open my little purse and like a minor illusions moth flies.
By expensive, we're talking. Hold on, I'm trying to find that. Clearly by the sound, we're talking a gold a night if you're staying there.
Oh, we're not staying there. We've paid.
I know,
paid to stay
but I
there.
mean, if that gives you a hint of like how expensive.
Yeah,
like
but
5,
I have
so I can
44
afford that.
gold, so I can pay for you.
Okay.
No
well,
problem.
we would just have a nice meal, enjoy the
Maybe
show.
a
She's not
salad.
there. Salad, yes, something fish.
Just some garlic bread or something.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, I want garlic bread now. well, I
satay
think I'm
chicken.
Oh, I think I'm gonna go there now.
Oh.
Just see if I can see anything.
What time? It's like 4 o'clock now, isn't it?
It's like 4, 5, half 4. Yeah.
Okay. How long will it take us to get there?
Not more than like 20. Oh, that's actually probably would take you about half an hour. Or
Okay, I suppose we
20
should all
minutes?
just
20 minutes.
walk and talk, walk and talk, walk and talk, walk and talk.
Okay, so you guys, three of you begin to head to the Dragon's Roost Inn. Is there anything that the rest of you guys are doing apart from eating a bunch of mystery meat?
I have a little thing.
Okay.
It's not important. It's if somebody has something important that they want to do, they can go first.
No, I mean, me and Stab are just going around the market.
How much money do you spend on meat?
Not for
I'm not spending
decent
anything on
food.
I know, I'm just being funny.
Good for
It's called,
decent.
it's called comedy. Yeah, you can spend however much
It's
you
called
want.
fashion. Look it up.
You can spend however much you want, doesn't,
Yeah.
Alright, so you also like browsing, like, what's the, like, window shopping?
Yeah, see if there's anything interesting. Don't know if
Um,
Slab wants to get anything. He sees anything.
Obviously, he got that enchanted instrument.
mhm.
Um,
And that's a euphemism.
Well, you can get like a matching pick or something for it.
There's a bunch of shops if you want to go to it. If you like, look at any of them.
If anything, it'd be. Well, I need to look into it. As in, I wear leather armor, don't I?
Yes.
Bard.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just basically as in like so something. If you could like upgrade anything like that, if there's anything about.
Well, how much money do you have? Because then I'll tell you if it's actually like at all possible.
83 gold, 71 silver, 137 copper. But if I click on it, it's 91 gold.
Oh.
Yeah, can you see why I say I wanted to kind of like?
Yes, yeah. I'm trying to think. How much does like +1 leather cost? I don't even know. It's probably more than that.
Oh, it's like if it's +1 leather, you're talking at least 250.
Yeah.
That's
I think you could maybe buy like a one-use
Well, that's studded
like,
leather.
potion.
That's basic studded
I can
leather.
tell you how much that costs. Apparently, I fucking can't. Apparently, there's no.
That's like the next level up.
Yeah. Studded leather.
Pink bards are also.
I think it's just light armor.
Depends on the bard. I think some get medium.
Some get medium.
Light armor.
Light armor. So studded leather, you can get it for 45, which would increase your AC by 1. You could also probably buy some like single-use potions with that. Things like that. For like 90-ish gold. Because like single-use things will cost less than like an item.
I'm just thinking about what single-use potions you get.
Health potions are the obvious.
Yeah, you can get 1 health potion. Maybe 2 if Sidon chips in a little.
I have 15 gold, mate.
Well, for the fact as well as in like, I have all the healing.
That's true. Just looking to see if there's anything you could buy. Not sure. You could probably buy like any uncommon potion for about that, for 75-ish gold.
We'll just say for now then, I'm just window shopping until I think of something that I need.
Okay. Yeah.
And then that way we're not stuck on like we could do this, we could do that. It just helps it a bit more. But yeah, we just window shopping.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, if there's anything you think of in the week, then let me know.
I
spent
spent 5 silver on
Jesus,
food.
that's so much food.
Mystery meat.
It's not. No.
I know it's
spent
just
5
funny.
sil-
It's just
No.
funny.
I spent
It's a
5
running
silver
gag
on
now.
decent food, not a lot of food.
Yeah. Okay.
Running gag is mystery meat.
Yeah.
So we will move then to Maeve. What is it that you wanted to do?
I am gonna fully assume that Cassian sat back in his chair and carried on reading his book if he didn't tell me.
Sure.
Cool, thank you. It just helps. Because I imagine Maeve like staying on that like long sofa and like sitting with like one leg up and one leg like along the sofa with her like sketch pad. And it's just like that comfortable silence. It's not like an awkward silence. It's just like two people existing in a room who don't like to talk, like small talk. And after
two mates sitting on the sofa watching TikToks.
literally.
5 feet apart.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. I was about to say it.
And then I imagine like, because obviously the whole thing with those guys took a few hours, I assume.
Yeah,
an
they're
hour.
probably still out. Going from Orion's to... Yeah, I mean, obviously...
So time has passed since the last time.
Yes, yeah, it would have been... I mean, depending on how long you want it to be, it could have been anywhere from, a handful of minutes to, probably like 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
I'll say an hour and a half just to be awkward. Anyway, so she gets
I mean,
up.
awkward would be like an hour and 18 minutes. But...
Yeah. So she like gets up and like walks and stands right in front of him, and then just in front of where he's reading, she just like slides a piece of paper down the book, and it's a charcoal drawing of Cassian.
He like takes him a second. Oh, oh. He like looks up at you. This is.
Well, I figured
yeah.
since you didn't have a mirror, then.
He like gives a proper smile. Thank you. This is really well done.
How do you know?
Well, there's a good drawing. Whether he knows, you know.
It's an interesting point though. I was just having me thinking. If he's got disguised self on, could he see the disguised self in the mirror?
Ooh, good question.
I've not thought about it. I would say
Well, he hasn't got a reflection. So
that's
I don't
true.
think. But then,
But he-
then
The
Yeah,
reflection is
yeah,
him. It's
yeah.
an illusion, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's-
like
the
if a
illusion's
vampire
reflection.
covered themselves in paint, could they see the paint in the mirror?
Oh Jesus, we're getting into like the.
My
philosophy
assumption
of
would be
vampires.
yes, but
I would say actually probably not, Jim. That's actually not. I mean, with the illusion thing. Oh, maybe. I actually don't know.
That's just a weird thought I had.
Yeah, I'll
Sorry.
say
Reddit.
yes. I'll say for sake of ease, yes. Because otherwise he'd have to be a lot more careful.
Yeah, so that by this picture is him without his disguised
Yes.
self up, like his authentic
mhm,
self.
yeah. He gives a proper smile and this is well done. He like properly takes some time to like analyze it.
She's like, you know, when someone looks at a picture that you've done and you're like, don't overanalyze it. There's probably mistakes. She's like,
No, it
yes,
is.
So
Sorry.
Is my nose that big?
they just can't get my nose right.
Thank you.
She like
True.
puts her book down on the table, and then like, you know, when you've been sat down for like an hour and you have to do that stretch thing. So she's like, not a problem. So her book is like open on the table, and on the page that it's on is like the sketches that she did of her dress for the ball.
He sort of like glances up and like closes the book with the image as just like holding the page for the minute, and like puts the thing down the thing next on the like table next to him. Oh, is that sorry, vaguely. Not vaguely. Sorry. What's the word? Briefly. In the is that a sketch of it?
Oh yes, she like grabs the book. I imagine that the front part of the book is like all the things that we talked about, and then the back of the book is like all of her like outfit designs. 'Cause she's like, she likes making clothes, so she just start like flicking through pages and be like, it's just a hobby. But yes, that was the dress I made for the ball with the weird name.
Yeah. Sounds like it wasn't that much of a not success. It wasn't that entertaining. From what I gathered.
It wasn't terrible. It was just not my cup of tea.
No, that's fair.
Do you regret not going? I know you were excited about it.
Partially. It would have been nice. I mean, I've now been in this house for what is it? 17 days. So there's only so much I can do. So it would have been nice to get out of it. But I think Artron made sense.
It was
I think.
probably safer.
Yes, probably.
I'll be back in a minute. And she like very abruptly like goes into the kitchen.
Oh, all right.
Alex.
Shut it out first. can't remember how he sounded
It's
like,
like
the
slightly
first
Russian.
time. I know, but I can't remember how he sounded like the first time. Yes, mate. What is it?
What do you want?
That sounded mean. So that sounded.
Vodka.
It sounded so fucking
Passive
accusatory.
aggressive, yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you want?
Sorry. Yes, mate.
Say not again.
Is there something that I can do for you?
I know that you're quite particular about the house, which isn't at all
Me?
criticism.
No, never.
I was wondering if I could ask a favor.
Possibly.
Is there a room that could be easily made available?
What do you mean by made available?
So the dining room, the table is quite bulky.
Yes.
Is there a way that we could move it for like a few hours?
I mean, it is possible. I mean, maybe not out of the room. Possibly the games room. There's the tables and chairs are all smaller and can be moved. Unless you want it to be in the dining room. What do you?
She's like gonna turn and look at the door to the room that Cassian's in, remember that he has quite good hearing, and then go over and like whisper something to Alex. I will message you it.
Oh yes, very interesting. Very interesting.
Hang on.
Yeah,
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. Oh. He like tilts his head slightly, and he like points to the room.
It's probably a stupid idea, but
I think it. He like whispers. I think he'd probably enjoy it at the very least. I think he would appreciate the sentiment. I can do my best to help if you'd like. It just might be. Is there a room in particular that you thought of?
The games room or the dining room would be good.
Well,
preferably,
go on.
preferably one that isn't going to be a nightmare to put back together.
Well, the dining room is a bit bigger, but we can. It's possible. But I think the games room will probably be slightly easier, and it's slightly warmer in there as well. So probably that. It's not too difficult to move a few chairs and the table, like a smaller table. And if you're doing that, he's in the next room. If you're in the dining room, so.
Yes, that's true. Okay, games room. Cool.
When would you do that?
I have to get him to go upstairs without sounding rude. But I'm sure he'll just gravitate there anyway. He's usually in his study, so.
Alice like thinks for a minute. Might be able to convince him to go up there somehow. I'll think of something.
Okay. Well, just let me know when, and
Maybe I would say this evening if I can manage it, but do you want, he like gestures like, do you want everyone, because obviously he doesn't sleep, would you want, because there will be other people.
yes, it'll probably be later.
Alright, I can probably get it done by the evening.
I can help, of course. I'm not expecting you to do it alone.
Well, I mean, I can try and make sure he's upstairs and try and figure out where to move the table and things. But yes, of course.
Thank you. And she goes back in, very much walks in, eyeing him, did he hear any of that? Walks back over to the sofa.
Everything alright?
Yep.
Sure.
Just asking if Alex needs help making supper.
All right.
Do I need to make a
Um,
deception for that?
It's such an odd. I don't need.
Okay.
It's fine. Well, he like doesn't. He's like not sure. He's like looking at the photo. Oh, the photo, the picture. He's like smiles like, thank you for this, really.
It's okay. I didn't know it would be that well received.
Well, when I've not seen myself in a long time, it's interesting to see the difference.
How much of a difference is there?
Well, he like gestures himself. I looked like this beforehand, and I look like this. And he drops it for a minute now, and it's it's not too dissimilar, but it's not the same.
It just looks more emo.
I don't know if emo's right, but you know what I mean. It's different.
He dyed his hair, put some edgy eyeliner on, and got paler.
Okay.
I'm just saying, that's the whole vampire look.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was a bad
The
look.
implication would have sounded like. And we will end the session there.